Hi, this is Terry Banker. I'm minister at New Hope Christian Church in Lander, Wyoming. We want to support the kids of this area academically, athletically, and spiritually. Our address is 630 Mount Hope Drive. Come to Sunday school at 9:30 and our worship service at 10:45.
Former University of Wyoming quarterback Josh Allen is worthy of Wyoming.
23 plays into my first start here at the University of Wyoming. I dropped back, kind of went through a progression. I saw the middle of the field kind of open up. I decided to lower my shoulder. His helmet went straight into my collarbone here. We landed on the 20-yard line. At that moment, I knew something was really bad.
So Josh's collarbone was pretty bad. He had broken in multiple places, and it required hardware fixation with the plate in order to get it back together.
It was devastating news to me and my family, just knowing that, it could have ended 23 plays in.
We had no question whether we could perform the surgery here, given our wide range of varying subspecialties within orthopedics.
I would recommend Premier Bone and Joint Centers. The thing that made me feel really comfortable with them was they made it feel like your own family.
I think he'll have no problem performing in the NFL. His rehab and his recovery done very well, and I don't see any restrictions on him whatsoever.
They want the best for you, and they won't steer you wrong.
Let us show you why we're worthy of Wyoming.
Riverton Vision Center offers comprehensive eye health exams, highly trained staff, and a large selection of fashion eyewear and sunglasses. Dr. Frazier, Dr. Hinkle, Dr. Ballard, and Dr. Davis offer over 70 years of experience. Call Riverton Vision Center at 856-9451 to schedule an appointment today.
When repairs are complete after a collision, you expect your car, SUV, or truck to look like new. That's the service you'll receive at Stork Auto Body in Riverton. Professionalism and meticulous attention to detail. You can depend on Stork Auto Body, 841 Miniweb Avenue, Riverton.
The choice is yours. Sutherland's Friends of the Family Plus Consumer Credit Card lets you choose from 5% off instantly at the register or special financing on qualifying purchases. That means no forms, no waiting, no rebates. You can choose 5% off instantly with your Sutherland's credit card. Got a big project? Choose special financing. The choice is yours with Sutherland's Friends of the Family Plus Consumer Credit Card. Subject to credit approval. Minimum monthly payment required. See store for details. Only at Sutherland's.
At Teton Therapy, our people make the difference. You can live pain-free. The amazing staff at Teton Therapy can help in Lander and Riverton.
There are two ways to buy 4x4 gear, the expensive way and the smart way. The expensive way is when you buy a new truck or SUV and the dealer sells you the brush guard, the heavy-duty bumpers, the steps, lights, winch, you name it. He rolls it all in with your loan into your monthly payment. But here's the smart way. Shop at Wyoming 4x4, where you get expert advice from Dan, quality gear, professional installation, all for a whole lot less than you'd spend at a car dealer. Wyoming 4x4 on North Federal in Riverton. The smart way to roll.
From the wide open spaces to the canyon near you, Wyoming.com is reaching more homes and businesses than ever before. For more than 25 years, we've aimed to provide the best internet and phone service to meet the needs of our customers all across the great state of Wyoming. Now it's getting even better. Wyoming.com, expanding to an area near you. Wyoming.com. We're out there.
Want access to local news, sports, events, and more? Download the WYO Today app. Now available on all platforms. Stream your favorite radio station, submit something to buy, sell, or trade for deals on the dial, or view contests and special coupons. Better yet, the WYO Today app is the best way to access free HD video of Fremont and Hot Springs County athletics. It's all at your fingertips. Head to your app store or visit wyotoday.com to download the WYO Today app now.
Hey, good afternoon from Shoshoni High School. This is Cody Beers, and today this is the first Fremont County small school game of the week. Today we'll have the Shoshoni Wranglers and Pine Bluffs Hornets, a team that beat Shoshoni last year, Sean O'Brate, in the first game of the year, and that was down in Pine Bluffs. Shoshoni then went on to reel off 10 in a row and win their first state high school basketball football championship since 1985. It was a glorious run by the Wranglers. Last year we were down there at War Memorial Stadium, and it was a dominating performance as they won the state championship over Rocky Mountain 19-6. Sean, I know you've been out here, you've talked to the coach, you've seen the players a little bit. Hey, it's fun to be here on opening day in the Fremont County Game of the Week.
Yeah, it's not only fun, but it's probably one of the most beautiful, gorgeous days you can ask for, and perfect amount of shade, perfect amount of cloud coverage, and honestly, couldn't ask for a better day to play some football.
90 degrees here, the predicted temperature at kickoff, and we've even got blind officials up here in the booth. Hey, good to see you, Rod Hall. But anyway, this Shoshoni Wranglers team put together the season of dreams last year, led by Peyton Trumpler and Alex Mills. And today, those two seniors return along with 10 other seniors, Sean. It's 12 seniors on one side, 7 on the other. These are 2 of the 4 teams picked by Wyoming-football.com and Patrick Schmidt to be in the running for a state championship.
Yeah, so I talked to Coach Max Mills, who's the offensive coordinator and the quarterback's coach, as well as Coach Trumpler. They're just really proud of all the guys that came back and decided to play this year. They have 2 All-State guys returning just in the backfield. I think they said they had 7 All-Staters returning in total. So this team has the chops to win it all again this year. They just have to get off to a better start than they did last year and have that same type of magic that they had on the field all season.
Pine Bluffs will come in with their quarterback, senior Stu Lerwick. Last year completed 134 of 211 passes. That's a 64% average for 2,215 yards and 23 touchdowns. That led 9-man football in Wyoming. He only threw 3 interceptions, and as a sophomore, he threw for 1,857 yards. They're a pass-first offense, and today they'll face a Shoshoni team that's solid defensively, but they try to run a balanced offense.
Yeah, and the balanced offense, they're going to really try and push the running game early, but you're right, they are completely pass heavy if they can be. Their quarterback, Alex Mills, has an arm. Do not underestimate it. There is a lot of wide receivers on this team that will make the defenders miss too. So just watch out for the speed and the skill on this offense here, because it can go either way, run or pass, and it can kill you on both sides.
Pine Bluffs coach Will Gray, in his 12th year coming in, his teams have went 52-45, but it was the years 2016, 2017 when they won back-to-back state championships. Under Will, under Gray, they've been 5 years in the playoffs. For Shoshoni on the other side, Tony Trumpler, through 9 years, he's 46-38. And of course, last year's state championship win. 7 of Trumpler's 9 years as Shoshoni's coach, they've been in the playoffs. And last year, they finally got it done. And you know, Coach knows that people are going to be looking at this Shoshoni team, and the Wranglers are going to have a target on their back this year as the defending state champions.
Yeah, and Coach Trumpler said it to me earlier in the season that everyone here on this team knows they have that target on their back, and that every single week is going to be kind of getting in the mindset of not being too cocky and trying to remain humble and just playing it one game at a time. They know that championship is within reach if they just play it one game at a time and don't get too cocky.
We're going to hear from Coach Tony Trumpler after a break. This is the Fremont County Game of the Week on 99.1 FM, KWYW. We'll be back.
From one corner of the state to the other, over 82% of Wyomingites wear their seatbelts. And to the 18% who don't, we say, let's buckle up for life, Wyoming.
Why should your new floor come from Carpet One? Because we're passionate about the spaces our neighbors call home. We're part of your community, and we're also part of the world's largest cooperative of independently owned and operated flooring stores. So you can be sure you'll get great selection and outstanding value with every installation. Whether it's carpet, hardwood, tile, or luxury vinyl, our experts take the guesswork out of choosing the right floor. We're your local Carpet One Floor and Home, the one store for your perfect floor.
Central Wyoming College now offers Bachelor of Applied Science degrees in Early Childhood Education and Organizational Management and Leadership, with an emphasis in outdoor education, tribal leadership, or business and entrepreneurial leadership. CWC offers 3 ways to learn: online, virtual, and in person. Learn, grow, lead, and advance at Central Wyoming College. CWC is leading the way with expanded programs in the Bachelor of Applied Science degrees.
Welcome back, Shoshoni High School, as we get ready for the Shoshoni Wranglers and the Pine Bluffs Hornets. Between these two teams, 19-1 last year. The only loss for Pine Bluffs as these teams out. See who wins that flip. The Shoshoni Wranglers went 10-1 on the season, and the Pine Bluffs Hornets went 9-1, so 19-2 overall. Shoshoni's only loss came at the hands of these Pine Bluffs Hornets down in Laramie County in week 1 last year. So with that being said, we're going to go to the pregame interview today with Coach Tony Trumpler. We caught up with him yesterday during practice. It was only 97 degrees when we were here. Well, I'm here with Shoshoni coach Tony Trumpler, and hey, you're going to be our first game ever on Fremont County Game of the Week. So, defending state champions, it seems like we were just at War Memorial Stadium.
Yeah, it didn't seem like the summer was very long at all. Excited to get going, excited to be the first game on the network and stuff like that, so that'll be cool.
What have you guys been doing all year to get ready for this?
The boys spent a lot of time here this summer. We were here 3 days a week pretty much all summer long, sometimes 4, just depending on if they could get it in their work schedules. Just a lot of work this summer, and then coming on starting, first day of practice, we went. It's kind of nice. We didn't really have, the young guys are ready to go, so we kind of just like we ended last year, so it's been kind of nice.
Well, you come out this year, and it's got to be a little bit of a different feeling because you kind of got a target on your back.
Yeah, and we've talked about that a ton so far this year. As everybody expected we were good last year, but now that when you're the state champion, everybody wants to knock you off, and everybody's going to play you a little bit harder and prepare for you a little bit harder and stuff like that. So that's one of our things is we have to stay humble and focused and not get big-headed, because that's the one thing that could cause problems for us if we start thinking, we are this returning state champion, so we don't have to work quite as hard. And I think it's the exact opposite. So
tough game to open up. Pine Bluffs brings some speed, brings some fast guys in.
Yeah, it's the one loss we had last year was to Pine Bluffs. It was a good game last year. They have a good passing game. Very good quarterback, some good receivers, so we have to be ready to contain him. So he can't let him sit back there and throw.
That's Lurwick, right?
Yeah, yep. Stu's a really good quarterback, so we've been preparing for that. As we didn't even really prepare for 0 week. We've been preparing for Pine Bluffs for the last 2 weeks, really. So just getting ready for that. We don't see we see some passing, but I bet you they pass 80% of the game. So, and that's something that we have to get used to. So,
well, good teams this year in 9-man. Wind River, Rocky Mountain, Pine Bluffs, Shoshoni. A lot of talent in this league this year.
Yeah, our side of the state this year is it's pretty stacked. We played Rocky in the championship, and then we had to play Wind River in the semis. So we're all three. All three went deep into the playoffs, and we all have to play each other this year. Pine Bluffs is over there. I watched some film on Lingle, and they're pretty good. They look pretty good on, it's a 0 week scrimmage, but they're a little bit young, but a lot older than last year. The big, I say the dark horse for us is Big Piney, because they're coming down, but, they're a bigger school too. So it'll be interesting to see where they land and everything. So
how's your numbers this year?
I'm sitting at 35 right now. That's probably about where we'll stay. So, big senior class, small junior class, and then a big sophomore and freshman class. So that we have really old guys, but we don't have that, that next group of old guys ready to kind of step in. I have some good ones, but there's not very many of them. So our freshmen and sophomore are getting to grow up real quick. So
Well, and they're going to learn from these guys that are experienced and played a lot for you too.
Yeah, and that kind of benefited the seniors that we have right now, because they kind of came into something like that as freshmen. We didn't have very big senior classes, and so they got to play a lot right away. And I mean, you could really see as sophomores even how much getting thrown to the wolves as freshmen really helps. As a coach, you really don't like to do that, but in small school football, you have to sometimes. So it's really paid off, and the younger guys are learning real quick from these guys. And and we've talked about that. Not many schools our size are going to have 12 seniors that are all players to learn from. So take advantage of that, and they really have.
Well, you've got your boy that likes to hit and run the football, and you got Max Mills. You got a talented group. All your talent, your guys that carried the ball, that made plays for you, is pretty much back.
Yeah, we lost Cousineau as Nathan Cousineau as our big senior receiver last year. We lost him, but we've filled in pretty well. We're not quite as tall at the receivers position this year, but we're making it work for sure. We just filled out with one of our running backs who played a lot of running back for me last year. He'll play receiver this year, and we have a sophomore who's tall and has good hands and has stepped in there really well. And it's nice to have a nice balance. We have a pretty nice balance of run and pass with Alex, kind of leading the way back at the QB, and having Trey and Dom, and then in the backfield we have Cannon and Peyton, and it's a nice mix. And you have our big tight end who's 6'7", 295, so, and he can move. So that, we have a lot of weapons, and it's pretty nice. It's definitely a luxury for sure.
So how do you slow Pine Bluff's passing attack?
We got to get pressure on Stu, and that's what we worked, and we've talked all week. It's, our defensive line is gonna set the pace. If we can get to him and make him move, then it falls into our strengths. If we let him sit back there and just pick us apart, that's his strength. So that's a lot of pressure on him. We have to respect the run, obviously, but you have to get him to move and not have time to sit back there and find receivers, because his receivers do a good job of getting open too, even in good coverage. If you give him time, he'll find them and get them open. So,
well, you've got a day tomorrow, an opening day. Supposed to be somewhere around 95 degrees in Shoshoni. That's pretty unusual for this time of year.
Yeah, it's been really hot all this week, and we've told the boys this is what to expect, and we've gone a little bit later this week, just so we're getting a full kind of a game type look and how long we're going to be out here and stuff like that. And and we've made it real clear that if you need a break, get off the field. I mean, we are pretty lucky right now with some subs that we can get in and play right away and give some of our seniors a break, because the heat is going to be a factor. Hopefully we get a little breeze tomorrow, but it doesn't look like it. Hasn't been real windy so far this week. So, but that's just, the heat's going to be a big factor. We can run the ball, so that helps. We can throw the ball and we can spread it out and give breaks a little bit that way too. So,
Coach, good luck. Hey, it's going to be fun.
I'm excited. Everybody says this game really doesn't mean anything, but actually, it does mean something to the boys, because, like I said, this was our only loss. And I've had several people like, well, this is maybe a preview of a state championship game, and I was like, you can't really even say that, because what we look like now and what we look like in November are going to be totally different. So it's just a good tune-up game for us is how we're looking at it. So,
all right, Coach. Well, good luck. We'll talk to you after the game.
All right. Thank you. Thanks, Cody.
Thank you. Appreciate.
Did you know the Gotchi Rehabilitation and Wellness in Thermopolis also has something called the Gotchi Wellness Center? It's your dream gym with cardio equipment, cable machines, free weights and dumbbells, hydraulic resistance machines, and personal trainers that care about your goals. The Wellness Center is huge and includes a rock wall, pegboard, sled, tires, punching bags, squat rack, and a whole lot more. Check out the Senior Wellness class. To take the first step to a healthier you, visit gotchi.org.
Welcome back, Shoshoni High School. Cody Beers, Sean O'Brate here on a Thursday afternoon. And special thanks to Hampton Inn, our pregame sponsor. Hey, we're about ready to play some football, Sean. The Shoshoni team over on its sidelines get some water. It's 92 degrees at kickoff, and across the way, the Pine Bluffs Hornets, they got to be feeling this heat too, even though they've had a very hot summer down in southeast Wyoming.
Yeah, and the heat might play a factor kind of early, but honestly right now they're just happy it's not raining, and I think this is perfect football weather. I think this is exactly what I would like to play in. So right before the colors come out, I think this team is getting ready to go through the paper for the first time this summer.
All right, we're getting ready for the presentation of the colors. We'll take a break. We'll be back. We'll go over starting lineups, and we'll have the opening kickoff. This is Shoshoni football on the Fremont County Game of the Week.
Back when I was riding in rodeos, I always made sure I was locked in, good and tight. Now as a touring musician, crisscrossing the country, I still make sure I'm locked in, good and tight. Of course I do.
Heading south, down the road in a gold Cadillac, coupe to bill.
Buckle up for life, Wyoming.
A proud sponsor of this broadcast is Bailey Enterprises. For over 50 years, Bailey has become the name you can trust. With Pit Stop Travel Centers, you can fuel up and stock up on trip snacks at locations all over Fremont County. You can also put your trust in Bailey Tire and Auto for service to keep handy for those times when your luck runs out on the road. Refresh at the Speedway Cafe with a dine-in meal or a round of carry-out with a variety of specials to keep you going. Go with Bailey.
Your car or truck is an investment. When it needs repairs, you need someone you can trust to do the job right. Take it to Gunners Automotive. They repair all makes and models of cars and trucks, from oil changes to brakes, tires, and more. Gunners Automotive, 856-2288. Riverton's Hampton Inn & Suites is proud to sponsor our youth athletics in Fremont County. Fremont County school athletics provide our youth timeless experiences and lessons that can lead to success for life. Setting goals, teamwork, and hard work make young athletes into good citizens.
High Plains Power is a Touchstone Energy cooperative. What does that mean for you as a Rural Electric Association member? It all comes down to 7 principles: open membership, one voice, one vote, member benefits, independence, education, cooperation, and community. To understand how it all works, we're headed back in time. In 1879, electricity was in major cities, but rural areas were out of luck. In 1935, President FDR made it possible for companies to build power lines to unserved areas. By the time we hit 1941, some 400 electric co-ops had been organized to serve rural America, just like High Plains Power. For more information, visit nreca.org.
Welcome back. Shoshoni High School as the blue gets ready to run through the banner down on the floor, and we're getting ready for some high school football as Cody Myers doing a nice job with the color guard here at Shoshoni High School, as he did for a number of years at Riverton High School. Today, the Shoshoni Wranglers take on the Pine Bluffs Hornets in high school football. Cody Beers, Sean O'Braid here, and starters for this Shoshoni team at one receiver will be a senior Dominic Jarvis. At guard today, Julian Caballo. At center, Corbin DeWitt. At right guard, Kellen Lennon. And the tight end for the Wranglers, Jackson Stanley. At one running back today, Tucker Maddock. At running back, Cannon Campbell. At quarterback, the senior, Alex Mills. And at the other running back, Trey Fike. And then lining up behind the quarterback today, the big running back, Peyton Trumpler. This Shoshoni team last year was outstanding on offense. And Trumpler carried the ball 187 times for 1,521 yards and 21 touchdowns. Cannon Campbell added 75 carries for 449 yards and 5 touchdowns, while Alex Mills, the quarterback, ran 74 times for 372 yards and 7 touchdowns. Mills also completed 66 of 120 passes for 1,181 yards and 20 touchdowns. He only threw 3 interceptions. Trey Fike was the top target in the passing game, leading the Wranglers with 27 catches for 381 yards, and 6 of those went for touchdowns. On defense, Jarvis and Trumpler each had 100 tackles on the season to lead the Wranglers, while Campbell had 64 tackles, including a team-high 7 sacks to go along with 3 fumble recoveries, an interception, and 3 pass deflections. Mills constantly created turnovers, picking off 11 passes and recovering 2 fumbles, while also tallying 38 tackles. And Jackson Stanley added 48 tackles. Fike had 40, and Trevor Maddock had 27. It'll be a big lift today for the Wranglers as they look to start defending their high school football championship of last year. As we get Shoshone starters, we'll take a quick break. We'll be back with the opening kickoff. This is the Fremont County Game of the Week on 99.1 KWYW.
Clinic or Western Family Care for your health care. In addition to 4 locations in Fremont County, they also provide telehealth. Telehealth can be your go-to answer when you're out of town, on the road, or just can't get to urgent care. All you need is a good internet connection. To schedule a telehealth appointment, call 332-2941 today. That's 332-2941. Lander Medical Clinic and Western Family Care. With telehealth, they're putting your health first every time.
Welcome back, Shoshone High School, as we get ready for the kickoff. And the Pine Bluffs Hornets will receive. Sitting back deep for the Hornets will be senior Dalton Schaefer. And on the other side will be senior Ryan Fornstrom, the leading receiver on this Pine Bluffs team. And kicking off for the Shoshone Wranglers today will be Dom Jarvis. Jarvis, one of the 12 seniors for the Shoshone squad. And we're about ready to kick off the high school football season. You can see the anticipation in the eyes of these high school players on both sides of the way as Shoshone comes out wearing their blue and gold uniforms. Blue uniforms, gold numbers, gold across each shoulder. And on the other side, Pine Bluffs in their purple pants, their dark numbers and white jerseys. And so with that, we're about ready to get going. Like these helmets the Wranglers have, they're bright blue. And so we're about ready to get going as Dom Jarvis lines it up and tees it up. And from Shoshone High School, the Fremont County Game of the Week is underway. Here's Jarvis's kick. It'll go deep down the side to Ryan Fornstrom. It bounces away from him, and he'll have to go down and cover it up at the 26-yard line. First down and 10 for this Pine Bluffs Hornets team. Today Sean said he'd come over and help me out. I needed somebody on camera. He's keeping stats, and he'll be leaving sometimes here to go down and get some photographs as we cover this game, not only for WyoToday.com, but also for the Riverton Ranger newspaper. So Lerwick for Pine Bluffs comes out in the shotgun, and off his left shoulder is Dalton Schaefer, the senior. Lerwick, outstanding passer, number 1 in yards last year in 9-man football. And the referee says we're ready to go. 11:59 to play, first quarter. Here's the first handoff to Schaefer. He's around the right end, and big hole for Schaefer, and he'll make it out to about the 35-yard line, about a yard short of a first down. So 9-yard run for Dalton Schaefer on first down. Shoshone wasn't expecting the Pine Bluffs running game right out of the chute. Here's Lerwick in the gun. 2 receivers near side, 1 far side. Here's Lerwick back to pass. He'll pass right side, complete. And it'll be a first down to the 41-yard line. That receiver on the play was number 10, Jesus Solis, a sophomore, 5'8", 140. for this Pine Bluffs team. Thanks, Sean. And as we get 1st and 10 now for the Pine Bluffs Hornets. 1 run, 1 completed pass. And Shoshoni now back on defense. 4-man front, 3 linebackers. Here's a handoff again to Schaefer. He'll cut left, go back right, and he's got another first down across midfield and down to about the 42-yard line of Shoshoni. Actually, they'll move it back to the 43. So first down on a big run by Schaefer. Shoshoni running backwards, trying to cover the pass, and Schaefer already 2 carries for about 20 yards. Maybe even a little bit more. There's Lerwick in the gun. 2 receivers near side. He'll pass left side. It's going to be complete to Alex Sloan. Sloan's going to be wrestled down on the play, and that tackle is going to go to Alex Mills. Gain of about 3 yards for Pine Bluffs on first down. They'll have 2nd and 7 at the 46 of Shoshoni. 10-10 to play, first quarter. We apologize for not having a clock up there. We'll try to give you the time about every 2 minutes here as we wind our way through this ball game. 9:59 and counting as Lerwick in the shotgun. He'll throw a little screen pass left side, complete on the play to Ryan Fornstrom, and he'll be run out of bounds at about the 37-yard line. And it'll be 3rd down on the play after a gain of 4 on the play. So it'll be 3rd down 4 for Pine Bluffs with 9:50 and counting here in the first quarter. Cody Beers, Sean O'Brate here on a Thursday afternoon. It's the season opener on the Fremont County Game of the Week. Here's Lerwick. He'll hand off to Schaefer. Big hole. And he's going to be close to a first down. They're going to mark it as a first down. He'll gain about 5 yards on the play. And so Schaefer finding holes in that Wranglers defense as they've run the ball more than they've passed it here early on. So first down and 10 from the Shoshoni 32 with 9:29 to play first quarter. Lerwick out in the shotgun. He'll move Schaefer to the other side. 3 receivers far side for Pine Bluffs. He'll look right, looking down the middle. Shoshoni getting a little bit of pressure, and Lerwick takes off. He's going to have a first down and more as he'll run out inside right at the 16-yard line is Lerwick. He had a hole, and he took it. Shoshoni offered some good pressure, but Lerwick able to get through it, and he was off to the races. So first down at the 16-yard line and 10 for Pine Bluffs. 8:58 here in the first quarter, and so far Pine Bluffs moving the ball at will. Here's a handoff right side to Schaefer, and he'll be wrestled down on the play by Tucker Maddock, the defensive end for the Wranglers.
Gain of about 2 on the play.
Gain of 2 yards. Actually about 3. It'll be 2nd and 7 for the Pine Bluffs Hornets. Lerwick comes over, gets a play from Coach Will Gray. As we said in the pregame, Gray in his 12th year of coaching this Pine Bluffs team. So the Hornets out, moving the ball pretty well against the Wranglers here in the season opening drive. In the backfield for Pine Bluffs, James Langois. Here's Lerwick. He'll throw right side, complete, and it'll be a first down as that complete to Ryan Fornstrom. So gain of 8 on that pass play, and it's a first down. So Lerwick moving this Pine Bluffs team methodically down the gridiron here at Shoshoni High School. Nope, they're going to say 3rd and 1. Nice spotter play here by good friend Bill Sedlacek. 3rd and 1 for Pine Bluffs. Must have tackled him out of bounds before the marker. So Lerwick in the gun. He'll hand it right side and gobbled up on the play by Jackson Stanley. Also in on that tackle was 83 maybe.
Brings up fourths and 5.
Stanley had his hands on him. That's a loss of 4 yards. And that's just what the doctor ordered as Stanley and the other lineman, let's see, it's at 53. Kellen Lennon made that tackle in the backfield. So Lerwick now facing a 4th and 4, and they will go for it with 7:25 to play here in the first. We've got pressure. Here's Lerwick. He's not going to get there. Big hit on the play. Guess who? The middle linebacker, Peyton Trumpler. And I believe it's short. It's about a yard short. It's going to be Shoshoni football with 7:18 to play in the first quarter. Great stop by the Shoshoni defense, and now the Shoshoni Wranglers, who turned up the pressure, will have 1st and 10 on their own 8-yard line. So good defensive stop. They've been on the play on this drive, but they didn't break. And it'll be Shoshoni football. 7:18 to play, first quarter. So Lerwick moved them downfield, but then Shoshoni's defensive line came alive. Here's Shoshoni out. They've got 3 guys in the backfield, 1 receiver this side. It'll be Alex Mills, the quarterback. Behind him, Peyton Trumpler. I believe that's how their line ended up. Here's Mills in the gun. He'll hand it off right side, and we'll get a flag on the play as Trumpler got that handoff. But we're going to get a false start and the first penalty of the night on the Wranglers. That'll be a 5-yard false start penalty with 7:16 to play first quarter. First and 15 for Shoshoni. Beautiful day here in Shoshoni as we look at the traffic moving north of Shoshoni on US 20, Wyoming 789. Right here at the foot of the Owl Creeks. Here's Mills in the gun. We'll get 4 receivers in the set. Mills back. He'll throw a screen to Trumpler. He's got a wide open pathway. And Trumpler up over the 20-yard line. And it'll be close to a first down. It is a first down. That'll be a gain of 16. And I watched that play develop in practice yesterday, Sean. And Shoshoni, you knew they were going to bring it as Pine Bluffs went for it. They had 4 guys rushing Mills, and Alex just did the old jump shot right over the top of the defense. First down and 10 now for Shoshoni at the 20. Here's Mills in the gun. He'll hand it off right side to Trumpler. Trumpler's going to be wrapped up after a short gain. About 2 yards on the play. It'll be 2nd and 8 for the Wranglers. Shoshoni High School football, we're proud to bring it your way here on the WyoToday.com YouTube page. We're also at 99.1 FM, KWYW, the home of the Fremont County Game of the Week. 2nd down 8. Here's Mills in the gun. Handoff left side to the first running back through the hole, and that's Cannon Campbell. Good gain for Campbell. He'll gain 7, and it'll be 3rd and 1 for the Wranglers. Shoshoni, nothing fancy here on the first drive. 3 plays, 1 pass, and 2 runs. The Wranglers to the line. Mills in the gun. 1 receiver far side. Mills barking out the plays. He'll hand off right side. Juggling it a little bit was Dom Jarvis. And he'll be stopped for a loss of about 1 on the play. Didn't have a handle on that football. He was lucky to get it back without fumbling it. So 5:16 and counting. It's going to be 4th and 1, and I believe Shoshoni will go for it here at the 29-yard line. They need to get just past the 30 for a first down. Mills comes up. They've got a heavy stack to the left. They'll give it to Trumpler. He's going to be rattled and rocked to the ground by Pine Bluffs. Big hit on the play. It was telegraphed all the way, and a big hit by the big man On the play for Pine Bluffs, Colin Jessen, and it'll be first down now for Pine Bluffs with 4:56 to play in the first. We'll keep it here as this clock moving steadily in the first quarter. It'll be 1st and 10. Shoshoni stacked it to the left, handed it to Trumpler, but Pine Bluffs got penetration through that line and stopped him for a loss of 1. So Lerwick brings out the Hornets in the shotgun. He'll hand off right side, and Shoshoni, much better job on defense that time, as Schaefer going to be dropped for a loss. Nice job there by Jackson Stanley. Also in on the play, Cannon Campbell. It was a host of Wranglers defenders. 2nd and 15 after that loss of 5. 4:29 to go, first quarter. Pine Bluffs ball from their Shoshoni's 33-yard line. Here's Lerwick in the gun, and we'll get a penalty flag, and it's going to go against Pine Bluffs. That'll be a 5-yard penalty. That'll stick them back 2nd and 20 with 4:17 to play. So 1 penalty each way so far, each the false start variety here in the first quarter. Good crowd here on a Thursday afternoon. Quite a few parents dodging work today. Also good student turnout. And Lerwick back to pass. He's going to throw it long and wide open in the end zone. Touchdown. What a pass. 29-yard touchdown pass from Stu Lerwick all the way down to Colin Jensen. And for Jensen, the 6'5", 170-pound senior, he got behind the Shoshoni defense, and he had 5 yards of separation for that touchdown. It's 6-0 on the scoreboard here. Lead for Pine Bluffs as lining it up to kick the extra point. Abe Serrano, a 5'9", 150-pound junior. Placement's down, kick is up, line drive. It's good. 3:55 to play first quarter. It's Pine Bluff 7, Shoshoni 0. We'll be back.
Hi, this is Terry Banker. I'm minister at New Hope Christian Church in Lander, Wyoming. We want to support the kids of this area academically, athletically, and spiritually. Our address is 630 Mount Hope Drive. Come to Sunday school at 9:30 and our worship service at 10:45.
Former University of Wyoming quarterback Josh Allen is worthy of Wyoming.
Welcome back as we get the scoreboard fixed here. Thank you. Why is it backwards? Our score is backwards. Let's see. We'll see if we can get that fixed here as teams are 7-0 here as teams get ready for the kickoff. You might ask Travis how we fix that. We'll fix the scoreboard here, but it's 7-0 Pine Bluffs after that 29-yard touchdown pass from Lerwick all the way down to Colin Jessen. So we're getting lined up here for the kickoff as Lerwick lines it up. It worked in the pregame.
Lerwick, the kick. Back to receive for the Wranglers. Trumpler.
So back for the Wranglers.
Travis isn't answering in our scoreboard. All of our numbers are backwards. Do you know how to fix that? We're doing the football game for Shoshoni, and the 7s are coming up backwards.
Yep, still coming up backwards for some reason. All right, so we are going to line up again and kick it off. We won't worry about it right now, but Lerwick will kick it off. Peyton Trumpler back deep. Also Cannon Campbell back deep, I believe. And the kick, it's going to be a short kick toward the left side, right at Trumpler. He'll receive it on the 20. He's over the 30, and a big hit by number 41. And it'll be Michael Drake on the tackle for the Pine Bluffs Hornets. So 1st and 10 for Shoshoni at its own 34-yard line with 3:50 to play first quarter. 7-0 ball game, and we're trying to fix the 7, which Sean O'Brate just fixed. So appreciate the help who helped us out there. Timeout, Pine Bluffs. We'll go with it. We'll take a break. This is the Fremont County Game of the Week. Pine Bluffs 7, Shoshoni 0. We're back.
3 plays into my first start here at the University of Wyoming. I dropped back, kind of went through a progression. I saw the middle of the field kind of open up. I decided to lower my shoulder. His helmet went straight into my collarbone here. We landed on the 20-yard line. At that moment, I knew something was really bad.
So Josh's collarbone was pretty bad. He had broken in multiple places, and it required hardware fixation with the plate in order to get it back together.
It was devastating news to me and my family, just knowing that, it could have ended 23 plays in.
We had no question whether we could perform the surgery here, given our wide range of varying subspecialties within orthopedics.
I would recommend Premier Bone and Joint Centers. The thing that made me feel really comfortable with them was they made it feel like your own family.
I think he'll have no problem performing in the NFL. His rehab and his recovery done very well, and I don't see any restrictions on him whatsoever.
They want the best for you, and they won't steer you wrong.
Let us show you why we're worthy of Wyoming.
Riverton Vision Center offers comprehensive.
Welcome back. 3:50 to go. It's Shoshoni football. 1st and 10 at their own 34. As Mills brings him out in the shotgun. Cody Beers, Sean O'Brate here on the Fremont County Game of the Week. Here's Mills. He'll toss it left side, and met in the backfield is Trey Fike. And the big hit on the play is going to go to Ryan Fornstrom. They had that read out big time, and they've been studying up on Shoshoni's offense. So 2nd down, 13 yards to go for the Wranglers. You could almost see that happening, and it requires that left tackle, left guard, to push that guy and create a hole, and there was no hole right there in front of Jackson Stanley. So 2nd and 13, 3:10 and counting to play here in the first quarter. 2 receivers far side. Dom Jarvis in the gun, Alex Mills. He'll run left side, pitch it to Trumpler. Trumpler, big hit, he delivers it. And he's over the 35 to about the 38-yard line on the play. So nice gain on 2nd down for Trumpler. It'll be a gain of, I'm going to say 5 yards on the play. 3rd down and 7. It was a gain of about 6. So 3rd down and 6 yards to go for Shoshoni. 2:30 to play first quarter. Pine Bluffs with a 7-0 lead. Receivers out on this side for Shoshoni, Trey Fike, also Dom Jarvis. Mills in the backfield with 2 running backs. Mills will fade to pass, big rush on. Mills right side, wide open, Trey Fike, and he makes a jumping catch. What a catch by Trey Fike. It'll be a 1st down for the Wranglers at the 46-yard line. Nice gain, nice pass, and an athletic catch by Trey Fike. 2:02 to play and running here in the first quarter. It's a great pass by Alex Mills, but Trey Fike had to go up, reach behind his right shoulder, and pull it in, and the senior did it. 1st down 10 as Shoshoni making things happen through the air on 3rd down. Full house backfield. Surrounding Alex Mills, he'll hand to Trumpler. Trumpler gets a big opening, and he crosses midfield on the play down to the 46-yard line of Pine Bluffs. Gain of 7 on the play for Peyton Trumpler. 124 and counting. So Mills. I try to follow along with the PA guy, but he can't really see anymore, so Second down and 3 for the Wranglers. Here's Mills in the gun. He'll hand straight up the middle. Peyton Trumpler. Trumpler carries defenders close to a first down. We'll see where they mark it as we're inside a minute to play in this first quarter. It's going to be short, probably by about a football on the play. So gain of, we'll say 2 on the play. It's going to be 3rd and 1 for Shoshoni. First game of the weekend here on the Wind River Radio Network. We'll have Lander, we'll have Thermopolis, and we'll have Riverton tomorrow. Here's Mills in the gun. He'll hand straight up the middle. Trumpler, big hole. He's out over the left side, across the 20, the 10, the 5. And is he in? No, he's going to be tackled on about the 3-yard line, but it's a big gain of about 41 yards for Peyton Trumpler. And that hole was big. So Trumpler rumbles all the way inside the 10 to the 3-yard line. It'll be 1st and goal for the Shoshoni Wranglers. Boy, the left side of that Wranglers line did an outstanding job, and Peyton got out in the open. The only person to run him down that time, Stu Lerwick of Pine Bluffs. 1st and goal. Here's Trumpler off the left side. He'll get a big hit put on him, and a touchdown. 3-yard touchdown run for Peyton Trumpler with 4 seconds to play in the first quarter. And Shoshoni back within a point. It's 7-6. The cannon blows here at Shoshoni High School. It was just a bit late, but that's the first explosion of the year. If I would have lit that cannon on fire, I would have been running the other way. But those 2 guys did a great job over there underneath the scoreboard. Here's lining up Dom Jarvis. Mills will place the ball. Jarvis's PAT is going to be blocked on the play by James Langois, a 5'8", 155-pound junior. And it'll be 7-6. With 4 seconds to play in the first quarter, we'll take a break. This is Wranglers football on the Fremont County Game of the Week.
Did you hear that? The guy that blocked the football goal. Nope, right here.
Thank you.
Highly trained staff and a large selection of fashion eyewear and sunglasses. Dr. Frazier, Dr. Hinkle, Dr. Ballard, and Dr. Davis offer over 70 years of experience. Call Riverton Vision Center at 856-9451 to schedule an appointment today.
When repairs are complete after a collision, you expect your car, SUV, or truck to look like new. That's the service you'll receive at Stork Auto Body in Riverton. Professionalism and meticulous attention to detail. You can depend on Stork Auto Body, 841 Miniweb Avenue, Riverton.
The choice is yours.
Welcome back, 7-6. Pine Bluffs by a point after Languis blocked that PAT attempt, and I was told at the break that Languis, a former student in the Shoshoni school system. So 7-6 ball game is probably going to be the final play of the first quarter as Dom Jarvis lines it up at the 40. 9-man football. Really the only thing different is they're just missing 2 guys on each side. So here's Jarvis. The Shoshoni team 35 players deep. He'll kick it down, and it'll be received at the 25-yard line and taken down hard on that play.
Number 4 on the return
was Sean Schmidl. And we'll see who had that tackle for Shoshoni. It ends up being Julian Caballo, the senior tight end and defensive end for Shoshoni. That's going to do it. We've played a quarter. It's Pine Bluff 7, Shoshoni 6. We're back after a break. This is the Fremont County Game of the Week on 99.1 FM.
Family Plus consumer credit card lets you choose from 5% off instantly at the register or special financing on qualifying purchases. That means no forms, no waiting, no rebates. You can choose 5% off instantly with your Sutherland's credit card. Got a big project? Choose special financing. The choice is yours with Sutherland's Friends of the Family Plus consumer credit card. Subject to credit approval. Minimum monthly payment required. See store for details. Only at Sutherland's.
At Teton Therapy, our people make the difference. You can live pain-free. The amazing staff at Teton Therapy can help in Lander and Riverton.
There are two ways to buy 4x4 gear, the expensive way and the smart way. The expensive way is when you buy a new truck or SUV and the dealer sells you the brush guard, the heavy-duty bumpers, the steps, lights, winch, you name it. He rolls it all in with your loan into your monthly payment. But here's the smart way. Shop at Wyoming 4x4, where you get expert advice from Dan, quality gear, professional installation, all for a whole lot less than you'd spend at a car dealer. Wyoming 4x4 on North Federal in Riverton. The smart way to roll.
From the wide open spaces to the canyon near you, Wyoming.com is reaching more homes and businesses than ever before. For more than 25 years, we've aimed to provide the best internet and phone service to meet the needs of our customers all across the great state of Wyoming. Now it's getting even better. Wyoming.com, expanding to an area near you. Wyoming.com. We're out there.
Welcome back. First play of the second quarter. Pine Bluffs with a 7-6 lead here on the Fremont County Game of the Week. And Stu Lerwick brings out the Hornets. Shoshoni, well, they've stopped Pine Bluffs once, and they gave up a long pass. Here's Lerwick. He'll fade to pass. A lot of time, and he'll run left side. He'll try to pass, and he'll be yanked down for a loss. And great defense that time by Cannon Campbell. Great pursuit by the senior. Cannon Campbell, 7. So a loss on the play, and Lerwick gets the play. He'll come back in. It's going to be a loss of 3 on the play. Second down 13 for this Pine Bluffs team. Nobody open on that play. It was great coverage downfield by Trey Fike. Also Alex Mills deep at safety. Here's Lerwick in the gun, 11:16 to play. He'll hand off right side to Schaefer. Big hole, coming up strong. Schaefer cuts to the left and goes all the way for a first down. It's a gain of about 17 yards for Dalton Schaefer. He'll be tackled right on the 45-yard line. They're going to say 17 yards on the gain. First down for Pine Bluffs, and I know the Wranglers, they were set up in their pass defense that time. Schaefer broke it outside, made one nifty move, made one guy miss, and then cut to the left and broke 2 more tackles before he gained 17. First and 10 for Pine Bluffs. 10:43 to play, first half. There's Lerwick back to pass. He's going to throw it deep left side. Fornstrom overthrown on the play. He couldn't quite get to it. And outstanding defense that time by the cornerback Trey Fike. Senior Fike was all over Fornstrom on the play, and then going over Alex Mills will help Fornstrom fix his jersey. So good sportsmanship by the senior, Alex Mills. And we'll get second and 10. It's a good-looking pass, but outstanding coverage by Trey Fike. Here's Lerwick in the gun. 2 receivers far side. Handoff left side. Schaefer, he's spinning his way out for a gain of about 8 yards on the play. So far the offense has been Dalton Schaefer running the ball seemingly at will against this Wrangler defense. So gain of 8 for Dalton Schaefer. It'll be second and 2 for the Hornets. 10:08 to play, first half. 7-6 ball game. We'll have the WyoToday.com halftime show coming up. Sean O'Brayton and Schaefer will stretch and be yanked down by Dominic Jarvis, but not before a first down. He'll gain 3 on the play, and it'll be a first down at the 44 of Shoshoni with 9:50 to play in the first half. Breeze coming up. We're actually in the shade here on the deck at Shoshoni High School on top of the track. It's kind of odd how they'd build a deck on the front of the press box, so now you've got to be outside to see the action, but it's pretty nice on a first day of September, the year 2022. Here's Lerwick in the gun. He'll fade to pass over the middle, wide open, and he just throws it past the receiver. That pass intended for Abe Serrano, a 5'9", 150-pound junior for Pine Bluffs. Good coverage that time for Mills and Cannon Campbell. Second down, 10 for Pine Bluffs. Not sure where this officiating crew is. We'll try to get that message here. Is coming out of the huddle. It'll be 3 receivers near side. They'll stack them for Pine Bluffs. Second and 10. One running back in the backfield. That's Schaefer. He'll get the handoff. He'll run left side, spin, and then be gobbled up that time by Jackson Stanley and Dom Jarvis. Gain of 3 for Schaefer. So good open field tackle there by Jackson Stanley. 3rd and 7 for Pine Bluffs. This is a big play here in the second quarter for the Shoshoni defense. Quite a few of these Wranglers already hands on the hips. You got to think, hopefully they're not tired yet. Got to take in a lot of moisture on a day like this, as dehydration will take its toll with cramping. Here's Lerwick in the shotgun. He's got pressure. He'll roll around the left side, tries to stay behind the line of scrimmage, throws it over the middle. Wide open on the play. Pass complete to Dalton Schaefer, and he'll be tackled inside the 10, but we've got a flag on the field, and we'll see who that's on. It looks like the ball's going to go downfield, and it'll probably be defensive holding on the Wranglers. They're going to talk it over at about the 24-yard line, the officials. And it's going to be pass interference on Shoshoni. So that play will go that time from the 41 down to the 8. Gain of 32 yards on the play, as they're going to mark it just inside the 10. So pass interference call is going to be waved off. And Pine Bluffs, Lerwick made time with his legs and then found Schaefer wide open. 1st and 10, just inside the 10-yard line of Shoshoni. 8:06 to play and counting here in the second quarter. 7-6 ball game. Pine Bluffs by a point. Lerwick out in the gun. 2 receivers far side, 1 near. Schaefer right beside him in the backfield. Lerwick will fade to pass. He'll throw it left side. Intercepted by Alex Mills. And it'll be Shoshoni football on their own 4-yard line. Actually about the 3, as Mills cut inside the pass and intercepted Lerwick. 1st and 10 for Shoshoni. And again, the Shoshoni defense comes up with a big play. Lerwick last year threw 23 touchdowns and only intercepted 3 times. Well, it's game 1, 2022, and Shoshoni just picked him off. So first down for Shoshoni, 7:42 to play in the first half. And the Wranglers going to come out as Mills lines up about a yard inside Pine Bluffs end zone. He'll hand it left side. Trumpler right up the middle, nothing fancy. He'll run the ball out over the 5 and be taken down at about the 7. We'll see where they mark it about the 8-yard line that time. And it'll be second down and 5.
Brings up 2nd and 5.
Ball right at the 8-yard line for Shoshoni. Wranglers like nothing better than to run out the clock now as Trumpler limps out of the ball game at the 7:08 mark. And coming in for him is going to be freshman Carson Kissling. So Kissling, his mom, a school administrator over here at Shoshoni High School. Trumpler, I believe he's cramping up a little bit. Probably didn't take in enough fluids this afternoon, trying to stretch him out on the sideline. So that's a loss for the Wranglers as Trumpler gets things going again. Here's Mills in the shotgun. He faked the handoff, throws it over the middle, and it's low, incomplete. That pass looking for Dom Jarvis, and Jarvis was there. Mills under duress. Pass is incomplete. So 3rd and 5, and that's exactly what they're doing. They're trying to get a cramp out of Trumpler's right calf, and he's in some pain. 3rd and 5 for the Wranglers. Shoshoni Wranglers football here as they continue to work on that cramp. And Mills out in the gun. 3rd and 5 at the Shoshoni 8. Big play here. Mills back to pass. He'll fade right side. Complete to Dom Jarvis. And he'll be tackled at the 20. First down, Shoshoni. Gain of 12 on the play.
13 yards to Dom Jarvis.
Man, that was a good-looking pass play for the Wranglers. First down and 10 with 6:38 to play first half. Peyton Trumpler, who came out of the game with a cramp in his right calf, and now he's up and moving around. Took on some fluids. Not sure what you take these days, if it's Gatorade or what, but he didn't like the taste of it. Here's Mills. He'll pitch it out left side to Cannon Campbell, and he'll be wrestled down in the backfield. That time by Ryan Fornstrom on the tackle.
2 on the play.
And that'll be a loss of 2 for the Wranglers.
Brings up 2nd and 12.
2nd and 12 for Shoshoni.
18.
Next week, Shoshoni going to be hosting, I believe, Grable here at 5 o'clock. We will be in DuBois next week as we go to 6-man football in the Fremont County Game of the Week. It'll be Matitsi at DuBois. We're going to cover about 4 of the Shoshoni Wranglers games this year, not including playoffs. And we'll do a couple of Wind Rivers, I believe 3, and 2 of DuBois. Here's Mills in the gun. He'll throw it right side. Nice catch and pass. And the pass is complete to Trey Fike. Fike will gain, we're going to say 8 yards on the play, out to the 26-yard line. It'll be 3rd down and about 4 for Shoshoni. Trumpler still trying to walk off that cramp over here on the sideline. So 3rd and 4 for the Wranglers. This short passing game with Mills engineering it is working well. 4 receivers in the set, 2 too far, 2 near. Here's Mills. He'll run out of pressure, throw it left side to Campbell. Can he break the tackle? He's close to a first down over the 30. And we'll see where they mark it. It looks like it's going to be a first down. And it is. First down, Shoshoni. 4:34 to play, first half. Good crowd on hand. Hey, if you're listening over there under the tent, give us a wave over here. A lot of cowboy hats over there today. It's a July 4th feel. Is about the hottest day of the year is July 4th. Here's Mills in the gun. He'll hand off Campbell left side, and he'll be met in the hole that time by a bevy of Pine Bluffs Hornets. Making that tackle credit Dalton Schaefer on the play. Gain of 1 for the Wranglers. And here's Peyton Trumpler coming back into the game, and we'll get a timeout by the Wranglers. We'll go with it. 3:51 to play first half. It's Pine Bluffs 7, Shoshoni 6.
Want access to local news, sports, events, and more? Download the WYO Today app. Now available on all platforms. Stream your favorite radio station, submit something to buy, sell, or trade for deals on the dial, or view contests and special coupons. Better yet, the WYO Today app is the best way to access free HD video of Fremont and Hot Springs County athletics. It's all at your fingertips. Head to your app store or visit wyotoday.com to download the WYO Today app now.
From one corner of the state to the other, over 82% of Wyomingites wear their seatbelts. And to the 18% who don't, we say, let's buckle up for life, Wyoming.
Why should your new floor come from Carpet One? Because we're passionate about the spaces our neighbors call home. We're part of your community, and we're also part of the world's largest cooperative of independently owned and operated flooring stores. So you can be sure you'll get great selection and outstanding value with every installation. Whether it's carpet, hardwood, tile, or luxury vinyl, our experts take the guesswork out of choosing the right floor. We're your local Carpet One Floor and Home, the one store for your perfect floor.
Welcome back, 7-6 ball game with 3:51 to play first half. It'll be Shoshoni football. Cody Beers and Sean O'Brate here on the broadcast. We're also streaming at WYO Today on YouTube, so you can watch us live there. Alex Mills out in the gun. He'll pass it forward. Jackson Stanley, and the big man going to be wrestled down on the play by Tyler Beacon, a 6 foot, 165-pound senior for Pine Bluffs. And that was big man hitting big man on the play as Stanley, well, they hit him high, but he went down. 3rd down and 8 for Shoshoni. 3:24 and counting here in the first half. Big play coming up for Shoshoni as they try to methodically move down the football field. Mills in the gun. He'll hand off to Trumpler up the middle. Peyton, he's going to get a first down on that run, or maybe just be a tad short. And he probably is going to be about a football short on the play. That was a big run of 7 for Peyton Trumpler. Nothing but pure strength on that run. And they're going to measure here as the first measurement. We'll see how good this chain gang is as they run in from the sideline. We'll see if he's got it. It could be a bit short. They'll stretch the chain and put it down. First down, Shoshoni. Wranglers. Big run by Peyton Trumpler coming back in, battling that cramp in his right calf. We're going to monitor that as we go along here. They're a different team with Peyton Trumpler running the football. They'll wear out a defense, Sean, I think, with that running game. First down, 2:53 and counting here in the first half. Shoshoni football. They've had the ball for much of this second quarter. Mills, 2 receivers far side, 2 running backs in the backfield. They'll fake it to Trumpler, pass outside to Fike, and he's going to gain right at 7 yards on the play. And it'll be 2nd down and 3 as they say, yes, he completed the football. So Fike, Pine Bluff said we had the ball, and they were arguing a little bit, but the official right there in front of it says nope. Gain of 7 on that nice little pass play. They faked to Trumpler, and Fike was wide open in that right flat, right in front of the Pine Bluffs bench. 2 minutes to play. First half, 7-6 ball game. Pine Bluffs by a point. Blocked extra point, the only difference in this one. Here's Mills in the gun. He'll fade to pass, looking, and then he'll throw a duck straight up in the air. It'll go out of bounds and caught on a bounce by a Pine Bluffs coach. That'll stop the clock with 1:44 to play first half. We're going to get a flag in the backfield, and we'll see what the call is. It's in the area where you'd see holding. We'll see. It's a spot foul on about the 42 of Shoshoni. We're going to get roughing the passer. Didn't see who made that hit, but maybe that's why that ball came out looking like a duck. First down for Shoshoni all the way down to Pine Bluffs, 38-yard line. So big penalty on the Pine Bluffs Hornets at the 144 mark. First down and 10 for Shoshoni. Mills out in the gun. Two receivers near side. Cannon Campbell, Peyton Trumpler in the backfield. Here's Mills. He'll fade to pass. He'll throw it outside. Wide open, Trey Fike. He'll haul it in and make it inside the 15-yard line. That ball going to go all the way from the 38 to the 14. Gain of 24 on the play. Good looking pass, and Trey Fike had found a spot behind the defense. Timeout Shoshoni, 1:36 to play first half. Wranglers on the move, trailing by 1. We're back.
Now offers Bachelor of Applied Science degrees in Early Childhood Education and Organizational Management and Leadership, with an emphasis in outdoor education, tribal leadership, or business and entrepreneurial leadership. CWC offers 3 ways to learn: online, virtual, and in person. Learn, grow, lead, and advance at Central Wyoming College. CWC is leading the way with expanded programs in the Bachelor of Applied Science degrees.
Did you know the Gotchi Rehabilitation and Wellness in Thermopolis also has something called the Gotchi Wellness Center? It's your dream gym with cardio equipment, cable machines, free weights and dumbbells, hydraulic resistance machines, and personal trainers that care about your goals. The Wellness Center is huge and includes a rock wall, pegboard, sled, tires, punching bags, squat rack, and a whole lot more. Check out the Senior Wellness class. To take the first step to a healthier you, visit gotchi.org.
Welcome back. 1:36 to play first half. Shoshoni moving the ball as they started this drive back on their own 3-yard line after an Alex Mills interception. And they have done what I said would be great. They've held on to the ball for the last 6 minutes. Here's Mills in the gun. 2 receivers far side. They'll hand on a crossing handoff. Second back through Peyton Trumpler, and that was kind of a broken play. It took a while to set up as Campbell not through the hole as quickly as he probably should have been, forced Trumpler to wait. And a gain of about 6 inches on that run. So second down and 10, 1:13 and counting here in the first half. Shoshoni slowly out of the huddle as we get to 1 minute to play in the first half. Here's Mills in the short gun. 2 receivers far side. And he'll run right side. It's going to be an option. Mills can't go anywhere. He'll be tackled and wrestled down on the play by James Langois, the former Shoshoni student, who takes him down, and we'll get a timeout called by the Wranglers with 41 seconds to play after the big loss. About 6-yard loss for the Wranglers. Timeout Shoshoni. We'll be back.
Back when I was riding in rodeos, I always made sure I was locked in, good and tight. Now as a touring musician, crisscrossing the country, I still make sure I'm locked in, good and tight. Of course I do.
Hauling ass, heading south, down the road in a gray Cadillac, coupe to bill.
Buckle up for life, Wyoming.
A proud sponsor of this broadcast is Bailey Enterprises. For over 50 years, Bailey has become the name you can trust. With Pit Stop Travel Centers, you can fuel up and stock up on trip snacks at locations all over Fremont County. You can also put your trust in Bailey Tire and Auto for service to keep handy for those times when your luck runs out on the road. Refresh at the Speedway Cafe with a dine-in meal or a round of carry-out with a variety of specials to keep you going. Go with Bailey.
Welcome back. 3rd and 15 for the Wranglers at their own at the Pine Bluffs 19-yard line. 41 seconds to play, first half. Here's Mills. He'll fade to pass, and he's going to be taken down hard. And the crunching hit from behind. The sack man, Diego Painjiga, 6 foot, 185-pound senior, and Mills did not see him coming. He was lucky to hold on to that football. And now a loss of another 6 yards on the play. 15 seconds to play. This could be the final play of the first half. As Mills out in the gun, 4th and long. They've got to go to the 5-yard line for a first down. They're going to be looking in the end zone. Here's Mills, throws the duck, and intercepted is Stu Lerwick at the first half buzzer. Lerwick made that interception at the 3-yard line. So Stu says, okay, Shoshoni, you intercepted me once. I'm going to intercept you. Halftime score, Pine Bluff 7, Shoshoni 6. It's a battle here in the season opener for this defending state champions. Cody Bears, Sean O'Brate. We'll be back with the halftime show. Coming up next, WyoToday.com halftime show after a break. This is Shoshoni football on the Fremont County Game of the Week.
Your car or truck is an investment. When it needs repairs, you need someone you can trust to do the job right. Take it to Gunners Automotive. They repair all makes and models of cars and trucks, from oil changes to brakes, tires, and more. Gunners Automotive, 856-2288. Riverton's Hampton Inn and Suites is proud to sponsor our youth athletics in Fremont County. Fremont County school athletics provide our youth timeless experiences and lessons that can lead to success for life. Setting goals, teamwork, and hard work make young athletes into good citizens.
High Plains Power is a Touchstone Energy cooperative. What does that mean for you as a Rural Electric Association member? It all comes down to 7 principles: open membership, one voice, one vote, member benefits, independence, education, cooperation, and community. To understand how it all works, we're headed back in time. In 1879, electricity was in major cities, but rural areas were out of luck. In 1935, President FDR made it possible for companies to build power lines to unserved areas. By the time we hit 1941, some 400 electric co-ops had been organized to serve rural America, just like High Plains Power. For more information, visit nreca.org.
Why should you choose Lander Medical Clinic or Western Family Care for your health care? In addition to 4 locations in Fremont County, they also provide telehealth. Telehealth can be your go-to answer when you're out of town, on the road, or just can't get to urgent care. All you need is a good internet connection. To schedule a telehealth appointment, call 332-2941 today. That's 332-2941. Lander Medical Clinic and Western Family Care. With telehealth, they're putting your health first every time.
Hi, this is Terry Banker. I'm minister at New Hope Christian Church in Lander, Wyoming. We want to support the kids of this area academically, athletically, and spiritually. Our address is 630 Mount Hope Drive. Come to Sunday school at 9:30 and our worship service at 10:45.
Former University of Wyoming quarterback Josh Allen is worthy of Wyoming.
23 plays into my first start here at the University of Wyoming. I dropped back, kind of went through a progression. I saw the middle of the field kind of open up. I decided to lower my shoulder. His helmet went straight into my collarbone here. We landed on the 20-yard line. At that moment, I knew something was really bad.
So Josh's collarbone was pretty bad. He had broken in multiple places, and it required hardware fixation with a plate in order to get it back together.
It was devastating news to me and my family, just knowing that, it could have ended 23 plays in.
We had no question whether we could perform the surgery here, given our wider range of varying subspecialties within orthopedics.
I would recommend Premier Bone and Joint Centers. The thing that made me feel really comfortable with them was they made it feel like your own family.
I think he'll have no problem performing in the NFL. His rehab and his recovery done very well, and I don't see any restrictions on him whatsoever.
They want the best for you, and they won't steer you wrong.
Let us show you why we're worthy of Wyoming.
Riverton Vision Center offers comprehensive eye health exams, highly trained staff, and a large selection of fashion eyewear and sunglasses. Dr. Frazier, Dr. Hinkle, Dr. Ballard, and Dr. Davis offer over 70 years of experience. Call Riverton Vision Center at 856-9451 to schedule an appointment today.
When repairs are complete after a collision, you expect your car, SUV, or truck to look like new. That's the service you'll receive at Stork Auto Body in Riverton. Professionalism and meticulous attention to detail. You can depend on Stork Auto Body, 841 Miniweb Avenue, Riverton.
The choice is yours. Sutherland's Friends of the Family Plus Consumer Credit Card lets you choose from 5% off instantly at the register or special financing on qualifying purchases. That means no forms, no waiting, no rebates. You can choose 5% off instantly with your Sutherland's credit card. Got a big project? Choose special financing. The choice is yours with Sutherland's Friends of the Family Plus Consumer Credit Card. Subject to credit approval. Minimum monthly payment required. See store for details. Only at Sutherland's.
At Teton Therapy, our people make the difference. You can live pain-free. The amazing staff at Teton Therapy can help. In Lander and Riverton.
Welcome back. Halftime score, Pine Bluff 7, Shoshoni 6. And we'll get the quarter changed here. We might as well move it to the third quarter, Sean. Thank you. Well, it was Pine Bluff scoring early in the game, and then Shoshoni came back and answered, and then it was a blocked extra point attempt, which kept this game from being evened up. Let's get some first half stats. Here's Sean O'Brate.
Thank you, Cody. So on the Shoshoni side, Alex Mills at quarterback has almost 100 yards throwing right now. He's up to 94, including a nice 24-yard pass to number 5, Trey Fike. And then on the running side, you can really see a difference in the way that the two running backs run. You got Peyton Trumpler. He racked up 41 on one of them, which really helped to his 72-yard total. He also has 16 yards receiving, and he has the only touchdown for Shoshoni. Like we said, Trey Fike, he has 49 yards receiving, so almost half of Alex Mills' entire yardage through the air has gone to Trey Fike. And then, like I said, the other running back, Cannon Campbell, he's been give and take. He's had a negative 2-yard run and a couple little runs up to 7 yards right now total, but he is a pretty strong person that can get through the line, so look to him to break out once or twice if Trumpler doesn't get the ball any longer.
All right, did you have running stats for Peyton Trumpler?
Yeah, Peyton Trumpler has 72 yards, yeah.
All right, so Trumpler was 72 yards. Alex Mills with 100 yards passing. We've got about 8.5 minutes before we start this second half of play from Shoshoni High School. This is the Fremont County Game of the Week. We'll check out Wild Preps here a little bit and see if we've got any scores to report, and we'll be back.
There are two ways to buy 4x4 gear, the expensive way and the smart way. The expensive way is when you buy a new truck or SUV and the dealer sells you the brush guard, the heavy-duty bumpers, the steps, lights, winch, you name it. He rolls it all in with your loan into your monthly payment. But here's the smart way. Shop at Wyoming 4x4, where you get expert advice from Dan, quality gear, professional installation, all for a whole lot less than you'd spend at a car dealer. Wyoming 4x4 on North Federal in Riverton. The smart way to roll.
From the wide open spaces to the canyon near you, Wyoming.com is reaching more homes and businesses than ever before. For more than 25 years, we've aimed to provide the best internet and phone service to meet the needs of our customers all across the great state of Wyoming. Now it's getting even better. Wyoming.com, expanding to an area near you. Wyoming.com. We're out there.
Want access to local news, sports, events, and more? Download the WYO Today app. Now available on all platforms. Stream your favorite radio station, submit something to buy, sell, or trade for deals on the dial, or view contests and special coupons. Better yet, the WYO Today app is the best way to access free HD video of Fremont and Hot Springs County athletics. It's all at your fingertips. Head to your app store or visit wyotoday.com to download the WYO Today app now.
Welcome back to Shoshoni High School as we get ready for the second half of play. About 6.5 minutes to go, and Sean O'Brate and I were just talking about one of the wild cards that is going to be really good this year in 2A boys football, and that's the Wind River Cougars, who opened their season today, 5:30 p.m. at Saratoga. And Sean had a chance to go out and watch the Cougars practice last week, and let's get kind of his bird's-eye view of what he saw.
Yeah, so like Cody said, I've been going to the practices around, and one of my favorite practices I went to so far was the Wind River Cougar football practice. They have got some serious talent, some serious size. They're going to be a strong, physical team on both sides of the ball. They're returning some all-staters. You got J.C. Herbert, who's a senior. He's going to be really fast on the sidelines. He's not only a track star, but he's probably one of the fastest wide receivers in Fremont County. Another person to watch is Carter Fowler. He's a senior that plays running back, but he is a left-handed quarterback that looks very accurate and could very easily be kind of a switching quarterback. They might have a quarterback duel, but at the moment Carter is the backup quarterback. But watch for him to come out, throw a couple balls to surprise some people. He's very accurate. Shoshoni should be able to watch some of their film hopefully after today. And yeah, don't count Wind River out. Wind River is going to be a tough opponent for any team that goes up against them.
Well, and the last of the four that we haven't talked about too much today is Rocky Mountain. Rocky Mountain went through the playoffs last year and ended up playing this Shoshoni team for a state championship. Rocky Mountain's going to be right in there at the end of the year. So you've got Shoshoni, Pine Bluffs, Wind River, and Rocky Mountain, and we'll be at Du Bois next week as Matitsi comes to the upper country, and then we'll turn around and we'll do the Wind River Cougars game in week 3. So these teams back out on the field. We'll take a quick break. We'll be back with the start of the third quarter of play on the Fremont County Game of the Week. I'm Cody Beers, he's Sean O'Brate, and this is the high school game of the week on KWYW.
From one corner of the state to the other, over 82% of Wyomingites wear their seatbelts. And to the 18% who don't, we say, let's buckle up for life, Wyoming.
Why should your new floor come from Carpet One? Because we're passionate about the spaces our neighbors call home. We're part of your community, and we're also part of the world's largest cooperative of independently owned and operated flooring stores. So you can be sure you'll get great selection and outstanding value with every installation. Whether it's carpet, hardwood, tile, or luxury vinyl, our experts take the guesswork out of choosing the right floor. We're your local Carpet One Floor and Home, the one store for your perfect floor.
Central Wyoming College now offers Bachelor of Applied Science degrees in Early Childhood Education and Organizational Management and Leadership, with an emphasis in outdoor education, tribal leadership, or business and entrepreneurial leadership. CWC offers 3 ways to learn: online, virtual, and in person. Learn, grow, lead, and advance at Central Wyoming College. CWC is leading the way with expanded programs in the Bachelor of Applied Science degrees.
Did you know the Gotchi Rehabilitation and Wellness in Thermopolis also has something called the Gotchi Wellness Center? It's your dream gym with cardio equipment, cable machines, free weights and dumbbells, hydraulic resistance machines, and personal trainers that care about your goals. The Wellness Center is huge and includes a rock wall, pegboard, sled, tires, punching bags, squat rack, and a whole lot more. Check out the Senior Wellness class. To take the first step to a healthier you, visit gotchi.org.
Back when I was riding in rodeos, I always made sure I was locked in, good and tight. Now as a touring musician, crisscrossing the country, I still make sure I'm locked in, good and tight. Of course I do.
Hauling ass, heading south, down the road in a gray Cadillac, coupe to build.
Buckle up for life, Wyoming.
A proud sponsor of this broadcast is Bailey Enterprises. For over 50 years, Bailey has become the name you can trust. With Pit Stop Travel Centers, you can fuel up and stock up on trip snacks at locations all over Fremont County. You can also put your trust in Bailey Tire and Auto for service to keep handy for those times when your luck runs out on the road. Refresh at the Speedway Cafe with a dine-in meal or a round of carry-out with a variety of specials to keep you going. Go with Bailey.
Your car or truck is an investment. When it needs repairs, you need someone you can trust to do the job right. Take it to Gunners Automotive. They repair all makes and models of cars and trucks, from oil changes to brakes, tires, and more. Gunners Automotive, 856-2288. Riverton's Hampton Inn & Suites is proud to sponsor our youth athletics in Fremont County. Fremont County school athletics provide our youth timeless experiences and lessons that can lead to success for life. Setting goals, teamwork, and hard work make young athletes into good citizens.
High Plains Power is a Touchstone Energy cooperative. What does that mean for you as a Rural Electric Association member? It all comes down to 7 principles: open membership, one voice, one vote, member benefits, independence, education, cooperation, and community. To understand how it all works, we're headed back in time. In 1879, electricity was in major cities, but rural areas were out of luck. In 1935, President FDR made it possible for companies to build power lines to unserved areas. By the time we hit 1941, some 400 electric co-ops had been organized to serve rural America, just like High Plains Power. For more information, visit nreca.org.
Why should you choose Lander Medical Clinic or Western Family Care for your health care? In addition to 4 locations in Fremont County, they also provide telehealth. Telehealth can be your go-to answer when you're out of town, on the road, or just can't get to urgent care. All you need is a good internet connection. To schedule a telehealth appointment, call 332-2941 today. That's 332-2941. Lander Medical Clinic and Western Family Care. With telehealth, they're putting your health first every time.
Welcome back, Shoshoni High School. Sean O'Brate going to give us the breakdown on games. Of course, Wind River opening their season tonight, 5:30 at Saratoga. Here's the rest of the lineup.
Alrighty, so as far as Fremont County goes, and Hot Springs County, since we are adding Thermopolis, Thermopolis plays versus Tongue River tomorrow at home at 6 p.m. Wyoming Indian begins their season at Guernsey, the coach's former school, at 4 p.m. tomorrow. Wind River, like we said, today at Saratoga. Du Bois on Saturday at 2 p.m. will be playing Hewlett at Tin Sleep. And St. Stephen's begins their football season tomorrow at home against Lingle Fort. Lingle Fort Laramie? That's what it says? Fort Laramie, there it is. And Lander plays at Green River tomorrow at 7 p.m. And then Riverton plays at Cody at 7 p.m. And you will likely hear me on the call either in Cody or in Green River. And here is Cody Beers.
All right, Sean O'Brate, we'll get to all these town pronunciations right. I mean, we can't blame you for living in the Sunflower State for a while. Of course, Sean moved in with his wife, Montana, from Kansas, and we're really glad to have him at WyoToday.com, the Riverton Ranger, the Lander Journal, Wind River News. Good stuff. Teams getting their final pieces of advice from coaches, and we're going to get a Shoshoni possession as we open this second half. We've got about a minute to play. We'll take a quick break. We'll be back with the second half kickoff. It's a 7-6 Pine Bluffs lead on the game of the week on 99.1 FM KWYW.
We do it 'cause it feels
Hi, this is Terry Banker. I'm minister at New Hope Christian Church in Lander, Wyoming. We want to support the kids of this area academically, athletically, and spiritually. Our address is 630 Mount Hope Drive. Come to Sunday school at 9:30 and our worship service at 10:45.
Welcome back, Shoshoni High School. Cody Beers, Sean O'Brate here on a Thursday afternoon. Yeah, we're going to be doing, I think, the first 3 games Thursday, Friday, Thursday, and next week it'll be on, that might be on Saturday, that game next week, Meeteetse and DuBois. I think it is on Saturday. 7-6 ball game. That might not be. Sean's looking it up for me. Pine Bluff's going to kick it off, and back deep for Shoshoni will be Trey Fike. It is a Friday game, and it's going to be Snake River at DuBois, 3 p.m. next week. So we'll be there, and it'll be a lot of fun from the upper country. For some reason I thought it was Snake River and Meeteetse. I think that's, or DuBois and Meeteetse. I think that's later in the season. So kicking it off for Pine Bluffs, Abe Serrano kicked a line drive extra point. That's the only difference in this game so far. Serrano approaches the tee, and we're underway, second half. Ball going deep over the middle, picked up by Trey Fike inside the 10. He'll cut left, spin, and be just bowled over on the play. That tackle by Travis Lerwick, 6'3", 165-pound sophomore. So it'll be Shoshoni ball deep in their own end of the field. 1st and 10 at the 16-yard line. So Shoshoni looking to move the ball like they did in that second quarter. It was a few passes and good runs by Peyton Trumpler, who's got 72 yards rushing in the first half. And that touchdown. How far was that? 29 yards?
No, he had a 41-yard run.
41-yard run, that's right, and then a 3-yard touchdown. Here's Mills in the gun. He'll hand off left side. Cannon Campbell. Cannon keeps his legs moving, and he's over the 20-yard line. It'll be a gain of 4 on the play. Good hard run by Campbell. Comes out wearing the pink gloves, and he's got pink socks. So good run. Take a little bit of the pressure off Trumpler. Keep Cannon in the offense. I believe that's his 4th carry of the ball game. 2nd and 6 for Shoshoni. 11:25 to play, third quarter. Just underway. I want to give a shout out down in Laramie. My good friend watching the game, Tyler Campsey. Here's a handoff right side, just same play but on the other side of the line to Campbell. He's going to gain 2 more yards on 2nd down. 3rd and 4 now for the Wranglers at their own 23-yard line. Max Mills out talking to his son Alex. We've got 2 coaches on the roof off our right shoulder here for Shoshoni, talking down to the headsets. We're up in the 2nd deck of this field, right at the about 45-yard line of Shoshoni. 3rd down, 4 yards to go. There's Mills in the gun. Fike in motion. Mills will fade to pass. Can't get it off. He'll be hit in the backfield, incomplete. That pass intended for Cannon Campbell. So 4th down and 4. 10:24 to play, third quarter. And Shoshoni likely going to punt it away. So Peyton Trumpler did not run the ball that possession. It was 2 Cannon Campbell runs and an incomplete pass. So 3 and out for the Wranglers. And Dalton Schaefer back deep to receive the punt from Alex Mills. End over end kick, fielded by Schaefer at the 48-yard line of Pine Bluffs. He'll cut left, and he's in the open. Toward the 20-yard line, he'll cut back. And Shoshoni on a bunch of missed tackles. It will be a 31-yard return for Dalton Schaefer. And Pine Bluffs with the ball deep in Shoshoni territory. So 1st and 10 for Pine Bluffs on the nifty return for the senior, Dalton Schaefer. You're going to hear that name all across the state in 9-man football this year. Schaefer having himself a great day for Pine Bluffs. 10-11 to play. 1st and 10 for Pine Bluffs on the 19 of Shoshoni. Here's Lerwick. He'll hand off right side to Schaefer. Big hole. Schaefer all the way down to the 10-yard line. It's going to be a bit short. 2nd and less than a yard for Pine Bluffs. 9:57 to play, 3rd quarter, and Pine Bluffs comes out on fire here in the 2nd half. 3 and out. Pine Bluffs forces on Shoshoni, and 2 plays later, they're about 10.5 yards from pay dirt. Here's Lerwick in the gun, 3 receivers set. Good rush by Campbell. Lerwick's going to take off running. It'll be a 1st down and a touchdown for Pine Bluffs. Officially 11-yard run for Stu Lerwick. 9:29 to play in the 3rd quarter, and it's 13-6. Pine Bluffs with the lead. So on to kick it away is going to be Serrano for the extra point. (13-6) ball game. Serrano lines it up. Hold was down, and Serrano right through the uprights. Kick is good. 14-6 with 9:29 to go, 3rd quarter. It's Pine Bluffs by 8. We're back after some ads here on the Fremont County Game of the Week.
Former University of Wyoming quarterback Josh Allen is worthy of Wyoming.
23 plays into my first start here at the University of Wyoming. I dropped back, kind of went through a progression. I saw the middle of the field kind of open up. I decided to lower my shoulder. His helmet went straight into my collarbone here. We landed on the 20-yard line. At that moment, I knew something was really bad.
So Josh's collarbone was pretty bad. He had broken in multiple places, and it required hardware fixation with the plate in order to get it back together.
It was devastating news to me and my family, just knowing that, it could have ended 23 plays in.
We had no question whether we could perform the surgery here, given our wide range of varying subspecialties within orthopedics.
I would recommend Premier Bone and Joint Centers. The thing that made me feel really comfortable with them was they made it feel like your own family.
I think he'll have no problem performing in the NFL. His rehab and his recovery done very well, and I don't see any restrictions on him whatsoever.
They want the best for you, and they won't steer you wrong.
Let us show you why we're worthy of Wyoming.
Riverton Vision.
Welcome back as Pine Bluffs will tee it up after that 10-yard run by Stu Lerwick. 14-6 ball game as we fix the scoreboard, and I did not do a good job. (14-6) ball game as Serrano tees it up at the 40-yard line. Back deep, Peyton Trumpler and Trey Fike. Shoshoni going to have to come behind in this one. Here's a shallow kick by Serrano, picked up by Fike, and Fike will go around the left side. He'll be tackled on about the 33-yard line, and tackle that play by Ryan Morin, a 5'7", 150-pound sophomore for the Pine Bluffs Hornets. 1st and 10, Shoshoni at their own 33, 9:22 to play, 3rd quarter. Sean O'Brien, Cody Bears, Fremont County Game of the Week. And Shoshoni on offense. Need to get something going. They came out here in the 2nd half just a bit flat. 4 receiver set, 2 near, 2 far. Dom Jarvis in motion. Here's Mills. He'll throw that center screen, and picking it up that time was Pine Bluffs. They were all over it. First man on the play, James Langis, former Shoshoni student. And Trumpler snowed under by defenders after a gain of 1. So that center screen worked well for Shoshoni early in the game. And now Mills over talking to his dad, offensive coordinator Max Mills. 8:45 and counting, and Mills will get the play from the offensive coordinator. He's back on the field. 2nd and 9 for Shoshoni. Shoshoni to the line. Same starters out there. They're going to have to get moving as the back judge counting it off. Here's Mills. He'll get the play off, and he'll throw right side, incomplete. That pass intended for Peyton Trumpler, and coverage on that play, Sean Schmidl. And Schmidl was set up to intercept that ball, so Mills kind of throws it away. 3rd and 9 now for Shoshoni. What worked for Shoshoni in the first half? That running game, led by Peyton Trumpler. We'll see what the play call is. 3rd and 9, 8:18 to play in the third quarter. 14-6 ball game. And right now, the distinct momentum advantage goes to the Hornets. Here's Mills in the short gun. One receiver left. And we'll get a hard count. And jumping off sides for Pine Bluffs is Diego Pangian. So 5 yards the easy way for the Wranglers, and it'll be 3rd down now and about 4 yards. Second penalty for 10 yards on Pine Bluffs. 14-6 ball game. Nice cloud cover in the field right now. Temperatures probably dropped down in the mid-80s. Beautiful September day. Here's Mills. He'll fade to pass, looking for Trey Fike. It's a give and go. Trey's wide open and making the catch. He takes it away from the defender, Alex Sloan. Trey Fike, first down. It's going to be a gain. 25 yards on the play, and that's what you want out of your receiver. How does he do on those one-on-one matchups? That time Trey Fike took it right out of the hands of Alex Sloan, the senior defensive back. First down, Shoshoni.
And we would like to thank Mrs. Trumpler for that.
Great play.
The machine is fixed.
So 8 minutes to play here in the third quarter, and Shoshoni on the move after that 25-yard hookup from Mills to Trey Fike. There's Mills in the short gun. Three backs in the backfield. They'll hand off. Nope, they'll fake it to Trumpler. And now Mills on the run. He's running backwards. And he's going to get taken down clear back at the Shoshoni 46-yard line. That's going to be a loss of 20 yards on the play. And when you're the quarterback, you're going to hear from your coaches, you got to figure out how to throw it away. That time Alex Mills held onto the ball too long, and it cost Shoshoni big time. So loss of 19 yards on the play. Great hustle sack by the Pine Bluffs Hornets.
Brings up 2nd and 30.
So 2nd and 30 for Shoshoni at their own 45. 6:57 and counting. Shoshoni can convert this. Coaches were unhappy on that play. Here's Mills in the short gun. One receiver left. Tight end in the motion. Here's Mills again being dogged. He'll outrun the defense, throw it down court or downfield, and it'll be picked off. Second interception as Ryan Fornstrom catches the ball on the, looks like the 37-yard line. So on a 2nd and 30 play, Mills threw it right in the hands of Ryan Fornstrom, and that's the second interception of the day for Alex Mills. And it'll be Pine Bluffs football with 6:33 to play in the third quarter. So Pine Bluffs with the defensive stop, and now it's up to Shoshoni to get their heads up and play good defense. Lerwick right out in the gun. 6:33 to play, 1st and 10 from the 37 for the Pine Bluffs Hornets. Here's a handoff right side, Dalton Schaefer. He'll cut back left, and it'll be a gain of 7. We get nearly a late hit on the play back by the back judge as Alex Mills ends up on his back after the whistle, but no call. 2nd down, 4 yards to go after the 6-yard run by Schaefer. Schaefer got to be getting up around 100 yards on the day. 6:06, 6:04 to play as we'll get a timeout by Pine Bluffs. We'll go with it. 6:02 to play, third quarter. This is Shoshoni football on the Fremont County Game of the Week. It's a 14-6 ball game. We're back.
Eye health exams, highly trained staff, and a large selection of fashion eyewear and sunglasses. Dr. Frazier, Dr. Hinkle, Dr. Ballard, and Dr. Davis offer over 70 years of experience. Call Riverton Vision Center at 856-9451 to schedule an appointment today.
When repairs are complete after a collision, you expect your car, SUV, or truck to look like new. That's the service you'll receive at Stork Auto Body in Riverton. Professionalism and meticulous attention to detail. You can depend on Stork Auto Body, 841 Miniweb Avenue, Riverton.
The choice is yours. Sutherland's Friends of the...
Welcome back. I apologize for the start of that ad. We'll get caught up. 6:02 to play. Pine Bluffs football, 2nd and 3 at their own 44-yard line. Lerwick in the gun will hand off to Schaefer. He's got a huge hole. He may go all the way around the right end. Dom Jarvis giving chase. Pass Alex Mills. Touchdown, Pine Bluffs. And it's going to be on the play. 56-yard run for Dalton Schaefer, who's now easily over 100 yards rushing on the day. And there was nobody there. Schaefer went off tackle, and Alex Mills, the last person to touch Schaefer as he crossed the end zone at the 5:51 mark. It's 20-6 now, Pine Bluffs. And so now Serrano will come on to attempt the extra point. Dalton Schaefer, he's been the MVP for Pine Bluffs today. Schaefer on the day, now over 100 yards rushing. He's got 105 yards, including that 56-yard touchdown run. Here's Serrano's point after kick. It's good. 21-6 lead for Pine Bluffs. And they strike quickly. Shoshoni going to have to rebound here some way and score some points. But right now, all the momentum resting with Pine Bluffs. We'll be back after a break. This is Shoshoni football on the Fremont County Game of the Week on 99.1 FM, KWYW.
Credit card lets you choose from 5% off instantly at the register or special financing on qualifying purchases. That means no forms, no waiting, no rebates. You can choose 5% off instantly with your Sutherland's credit card. Got a big project? Choose special financing. The choice is yours with Sutherland's Friends of the Family Plus Consumer Credit Card. Subject to credit approval. Minimum monthly payment required. See store for details. Only at Sutherland's.
At Teton Therapy, our people make the difference. You can live pain-free. The amazing staff at Teton Therapy can help. In Lander and Riverton.
Welcome back. Correction for Dalton Schaefer. He's now got that 56-yard touchdown run. That sent him up to 118 yards, as we'll get a short kick from Serrano, picked up by Peyton Trumpler. Trumpler out, wrestling, trying to fight his way toward the 30, and he'll carry a host of Hornets across the 30-yard line. First down for Shoshoni at their own 31-yard line. So 21-6 as Stu Lerwick has run for a touchdown, he's passed for a touchdown, and Dalton Schaefer with those 118 rushing yards has a 56-yard touchdown run. And now we'll see if Shoshoni can respond to this Hornets onslaught here in the second half. They've scored unanswered 14 points. Shoshoni out of their huddle. Mills in the shotgun, two receivers far side. Two running backs flanking Mills. Here's Mills, he'll hand off up the middle. Peyton Trumpler, nothing fancy. And Trumpler gonna gain about 5 yards on the play. 5:36 to play, third quarter. 21-6 lead for Pine Bluffs. Week 1 of the 2022 high school football season, and we're proud to be here. Cody Beers and Sean O'Brate on the Wind River Radio Network. We're also streaming on YouTube at WYO Today. Mills in the shotgun, three backs in the backfield for Mills. One receiver, handoff up the middle, Cannon Campbell. He'll wrestle his way forward for a gain of about 2 yards. It'll be 3rd down and 3 for Shoshoni. Inside 5 minutes to play in the third quarter.
3rd and 3 at the Wrangler.
3rd and 3 from the 38-yard line of Shoshoni. Wranglers need a first down here and continue to grind away the yards. Mills in the shotgun, 2 receivers set. We'll get a handoff to Trumpler. It'll be a first down. He'll be up over the 45-yard line and tackled at the 46. First down, Shoshoni.
Trumpler on the carry. Gain of 8 on the play.
8-yard gain for Peyton Trumpler. 1st and 10 at the 46-yard line of the Wranglers. Good crowd here on a Thursday afternoon, and if you're listening on the radio, let's hear a horn, or let's see your lights blink over there on the far side. Here's Mills in the shotgun. He'll hand off right side, Cannon Campbell. Peyton Trumpler leading him around the right side, and Campbell going to be wrestled down on the play. That tackle by Dalton Schaefer after a gain of about 3 yards.
4 on the play.
They're going to say 4-yard gain. We'll give him 4. 21-6 lead for Pine Bluffs. 3:44 to play in the third quarter. Shoshoni can move down the field with this running attack, and they can put the hurt on the Hornets. But they've got to stop the Hornets on defense, and so far in this third quarter, they've not been able to do that. Here's Mills in the shotgun, 3 receivers set. He'll hand off right side, Trumpler, and Trumpler's going to wrestle his way out for a first down. Peyton Trumpler. Boy, and you like to see that type of run. We've got an injured player for Pine Bluffs down on the field. It'll be a gain on the play of about 8 yards. 1st and 10 for Shoshoni, all the way down to the 42 of Pine Bluffs. Timeout on the field as they attend to an injured player for Pine Bluffs. And players huddled around the coaches over there on the sidelines. We'll take a short break. We'll be back. 3:15 to play third quarter. Is he up?
I don't know, but they're playing.
Nope, they're saying he's down. No, quarterback's over there with him. We'll be back after a break here on the Wind River Radio Network.
There are 2 ways to buy 4x4 gear, the expensive way and the smart way. The expensive way is when you buy a new truck or SUV and the dealer sells you the brush guard, the heavy-duty bumpers, the steps, lights, winch, you name it. He rolls it all in with your loan into your monthly payment. But here's the smart way. Shop at Wyoming 4x4, where you get expert advice from Dan, quality gear, professional installation, all for a whole lot less than you'd spend at a car dealer. Wyoming 4x4 on North Federal in Riverton. The smart way to roll.
From the wide open spaces to the canyon near you, Wyoming.com is reaching more homes and businesses than ever before. For more than 25 years, we've aimed to provide the best internet and phone service to meet the needs of our customers all across the great state of Wyoming. Now it's getting even better. Wyoming.com, expanding to an area near you. Wyoming.com. We're out there.
Want access to local news, sports, events, and more? Download the WYO Today app. Now available on all platforms. Stream your favorite radio station, submit something to buy, sell, or trade for deals on the dial, or view contests and special coupons. Better yet, the WYO Today app is the best way to access free HD video of Fremont and Hot Springs County athletics. It's all at your fingertips. Head to your app store or visit wyotoday.com to download the WYO Today app now.
From one corner of the state to the other, Over 82% of Wyomingites wear their seatbelts. And to the 18% who don't, we say, let's buckle up for life, Wyoming.
Why should your new floor come from Carpet One? Because we're passionate about the spaces our neighbors call home. We're part of your community, and we're also part of the world's largest cooperative of independently owned and operated flooring stores. So you can be sure you'll get great selection and outstanding value with every installation. Whether it's carpet, hardwood, tile, or luxury vinyl, our experts take the guesswork out of choosing the right floor. We're your local Carpet One Floor and Home, the one store for your perfect floor.
Welcome back. Colin Jensen off the field under his own legs. We'll get Peyton Trumpler with the ball. He'll run into Dom Jarvis. And Peyton breaking tackles, and then he'll lose about 3 yards, but he could have lost 10. Ran into Dom Jarvis. That play went nowhere quickly as Colin Jensen got off the field, and Pine Bluff sold out on that play, and it's a loss of 3 on the play. So 2:41 and counting here, 21-6 lead in the third quarter for this Pine Bluff squad. Shoshoni trying to figure out a way to get into the end zone. So 2nd and 13 for the Wranglers. 2:22 to play third quarter. Mills in the gun. He'll pass it outside, bounces. Trumpler picks it up, and he'll be taken down by Dalton Schaefer deep in the backfield. Another loss, this time about 6 yards. That just a play that went nowhere as they faked it to the fullback and immediately pitched it, but Peyton Trumpler wasn't there. So now 3rd and about 16, right? All right, in the game for Shoshoni is Quentin Clark, a sophomore wide receiver. Don't have his height, but he's got to be 6'3". 4 receivers set, all on this side, 1 on the other side. Mills in the backfield by himself. Here's Mills back to pass. He'll throw deep. Nice looking pass. Cannon Campbell hauls it in. It's going to be a first down for the Wranglers inside the 20-yard line at about the 17. What'd you have for a gain that time? About the 45. Pass of 35 yards on the play. Good looking play as they flooded one side, and they had to pay attention to Peyton Trumpler on the other side, and Mills just lofted it out there, and Cannon Campbell was wide open. Last year's leading receiver, or one of their leading receivers for the Wranglers. And again, the same formation, 4 receivers one side. Here's Mills, he'll throw across the middle. Quentin Clark with the catch. Nice looking fade pass there. And a nice gain of about 7 yards on first down. They're going to say, they'll go 7, 2nd and 3. As Shoshoni making its way down the field. Fast moving third quarter. We're inside 30 seconds to play as the Wranglers break the huddle. Now 4 receivers right, 1 left. Same, they just flop sides as now Trumpler by himself on the left. Here's Mills scrambling around, looking for a receiver. Got him! Cannon Campbell, touchdown! And that's going to be a 9-yard touchdown catch by Cannon Campbell from Alex Mills. And boy, that time the cannon just blew on time with the touchdown. Touchdown Wranglers. 21-12 ball game, and now you got to think that Shoshoni going to go for 2. 21-12 with 13 seconds to play in this third quarter. And we'll see how it goes here for the Wranglers. Shoshoni out of the eye. 2 receivers left. Mills, nice fake, nice pass. Trey Fike goes up, nearly intercepted on the play and knocked down by Dalton Schaefer. So it's going to be a 21-12 game here as we move toward the end of the third quarter. 21-12 ball game. We'll be back after a break. It's a 9-point advantage for the Wranglers. And that cannon smoke made its way down here. We smell it. We'll be back.
Now offers Bachelor of Applied Science degrees in Early Childhood Education and Organizational Management and Leadership, with an emphasis in outdoor education, tribal leadership, or business and entrepreneurial leadership. CWC offers 3 ways to learn: online, virtual, and in person. Learn, grow, lead, and advance at Central Wyoming College. CWC is leading the way with expanded programs in the Bachelor of Applied Science degrees.
Did you know the Gotchi Rehabilitation and Wellness in Thermopolis also has something called the Gotchi Wellness Center? It's your dream gym with cardio equipment, cable machines, free weights and dumbbells, hydraulic resistance machines, and personal trainers that care about your goals. The Wellness Center is huge and includes a rock wall, pegboard, sled, tires, punching bags, squat rack, and a whole lot more. Check out the Senior Wellness class. To take the first step to a healthier you, visit gotchi.org.
Back when I was riding in rodeos, I always made sure I was locked in, good and tight. Now as a touring musician, crisscrossing the country, I still make sure I'm locked in, good and tight. Of course I do.
Hauling ass, heading south, down the road in a gray Cadillac, coupe to bill.
Buckle up for life, Wyoming.
A proud sponsor.
Welcome back. 21-12 ball game as Dom Jarvis lines it up. He's going to be kicking into a slight wind with 13 seconds to play as we've got cloud cover here in Shoshoni. Here's Jarvis approaching the ball. He'll kick it deep down the right side. It'll bounce at about the 20, come back out toward the 25. Shoshoni all over the ball, and it'll be covered up by Pine Bluffs. Ball was knocked out of the pile. It went back to about the 24-yard line where number 6, Ryan Fornstrom, again makes a play for the Pine Bluffs Hornets. First down and 10 for Pine Bluffs. 11 seconds to play, third quarter, and that was a great kickoff by Dom Jarvis. It hit and bounced back toward Shoshoni, and they nearly recovered the pooch kick. So 21-12 ball game. This could be the final play of the third quarter. Shoshoni needs to play with some urgency here, and I wouldn't put it past Pine Bluffs to throw it deep. 11 seconds, 21-12 ball game. Here's Lerwick in the shotgun. He'll fade to pass, throws it left side complete to Fornstrom. He'll get a first down and be knocked out of bounds with 6 seconds to play in the third quarter. That ball will go out. Thank you. Thanks a lot. Appreciate the waters brought up by the Shoshoni concession stand. Second down and less than a yard for Pine Bluffs. 4 seconds to play in the third. Here's a handoff to Schaefer. He's shifty. He'll fake left, go right, and run out near midfield on a good run of about 14 yards. That's the end of the third quarter. It's 21-12 Pine Bluffs. With 12 minutes to play, we'll be back. This is the Fremont County Game of the Week on 99.1 FM, KWYW.
At the end of 3 quarters, Pine Bluffs 21, Shoshoni 12.
Bailey Enterprises. For over 50 years, Bailey has become the name you can trust. With Pit Stop Travel Centers, you can fuel up and stock up on trip snacks at locations all over Fremont County. You can also put your trust in Bailey Tire and Auto for service to keep handy for those times when your luck runs out on the road. Refresh at the Speedway Cafe with a dine-in meal or a round of carry-out with a variety of specials to keep you going. Go with Bailey.
Welcome back as we get ready to start the fourth quarter play. 133 yards on the ground today for Pine Bluff senior Dalton Schaefer, including that 56-yard touchdown run. Right now, Shoshoni, they've got to stop the run, but they've got to beware of Stu Lerwick, one of the best quarterbacks in the state. Numbers on Lerwick, 6'2", 185 pounds. Threw 22 touchdown passes, led nine-man football last year, only 3 interceptions. He has thrown an interception today. We'll get going here to start the fourth quarter. 1st and 10 for Pine Bluffs at their own 48. Lerwick in the gun. 2 receivers set, 1 on each side. Lerwick fades to pass, throws it out right side. Brought in by Jessen, who's back in the ball game. He'll be tackled on the play by Quentin Clark of Shoshoni, but it'll be a gain of 11 and another first down for the Pine Bluffs Hornets, all the way down at the 41-yard line of Shoshoni. Wranglers need a stop in the worst way as we head toward 11:45 to play. 9-point lead for this Pine Bluff squad. There's Lerwick back in the gun. 3 receivers set this side. Lerwick gets it, hands it off Schaefer. Schaefer over 140 yards. He's got 10, now 20 yards. He's back and forth. He's going to go all the way for a Pine Bluffs touchdown. What a run, 41 yards. And many missed tackles for the Wranglers. That's his 2nd touchdown run of the day. He's now up to 185 yards rushing, 2 touchdowns, and 2 touchdown runs of 56 and 41 yards. And Pine Bluffs now up 27-12 on the WyoToday.com scoreboard. Here's Serrano. Extra point on the way is good. 28-12 ball game.
The kick is good.
And Pine Bluffs making it look easy here in Shoshoni. We'll be back.
Your car or truck is an investment. When it needs repairs, you need someone you can trust to do the job right. Take it to Gunners Automotive. They repair all makes and models of cars and trucks, from oil changes to brakes, tires, and more. Gunners Automotive, 856-2288. Riverton's Hampton Inn & Suites is proud to sponsor our youth athletics in Fremont County. Fremont County's school athletics provide our youth timeless experiences and lessons that can lead to success for life. Setting goals, teamwork, and hard work make young athletes into good citizens.
High Plains Power is a Touchstone Energy cooperative. What does that mean for you as a Rural Electric Association member? It all comes down to 7 principles: open membership, one voice, one vote, member benefits, independence, education, cooperation, and community. To understand how it all works,
welcome back to Shoshoni High School. The last 6 plays for Pine Bluffs have resulted in 3 touchdowns. 7-6 ball game now is 28-12 in the Pine Bluffs Hornets' advantage with 11:17 to play. Pine Bluffs has Shoshoni against the wall. Of course, the Wranglers, the defending state champions, and Pine Bluffs got to feel like they should have played Shoshoni in the state championship game last year. They lost in the semifinals. Here's Serrano. He's just going to kick the ball out of bounds at the 29-yard line of Shoshoni. So Shoshoni will get the ball. I believe they get it up to the ball on the 35-yard line. They move it up to the 40? 35-yard line. So with 11:17 to play, it'll be Shoshoni football. 1st and 10 at the 35-yard line. If I was Shoshoni, I'd take the ball and go. Good field position for the Wranglers after Serrano kicked the ball out of bounds. 11:17 to play. We'll see if the Wranglers can dig deep and mount a scoring drive. 3 receivers right. Peyton Trumpler in the backfield with Mills. Here's a pass right side, incomplete. Intended for Trey Fike. He went straight out, and Mills thought he would start up field and catch the ball. So incomplete pass. That one used 3 seconds. And it'll be 2nd and 10
at the Wrangler 35.
For the Wranglers. Their own 35-yard line, 11:14 to play. Next week, we'll be in we'll be in DuBois as the Rams host the Snake River Rattlers in six-man football. That's a 3 p.m. kickoff. There's Mills. He'll fake it, roll right, wide open, Jackson Stanley, and he stopped running on the play. And it's an overthrown pass. Stanley was open as three men were on him, but somehow Jackson got behind him and then stopped his route. Incomplete. We do have a flag on the play, it looks like. And it could have been a late hit on Mills. Roughing the passer on Pine Bluffs, and another big penalty. That's the second of that variety on Pine Bluffs, which have both led to Shoshoni scoring drives. So 15-yard line, or 15-yard penalty gives Shoshoni the football at midfield. 1st and 10 for the Wranglers. So that's a big break. And I believe that's penalty number 4 on Pine Bluffs. 2 roughing the passer calls. So now 5 receivers in the set for Shoshoni. 4 on the left side, 1 on the right, and a near interception by Ryan Fornstrom. It was in and out of his hands. That ball intended for Quentin Clark. Second and 10 for Shoshoni. 11:03 to play. And for Alex Mills, 3 straight incompleted passes. Wind's starting to pick up here in Shoshoni a little bit, but it is at the Wranglers' back. Shoshoni fans quiet here in Shoshoni. 4 receivers left, 1 right. There's Mills. He'll drop to pass. Being rushed. Long pass. Fike is open. And that time Mills overthrew his senior teammate. Incomplete. Fike catches that. It's touchdown. He had separated himself. 10:57 to play in the ballgame. 3rd and 10 for the Wranglers. Still plenty of time. Right now, the Wrangler coaching staff quiet. Max Mills and the Wranglers take a timeout, I believe. So timeout, Pine Bluffs, 10:57 to play, we'll go with it. Pine Bluffs 28, Shoshoni 12.
In 1879, electricity was in major cities, but rural areas were out of luck. In 1935, President FDR made it possible for companies to build power lines to unserved areas. By the time we hit 1941, some 400 electric co-ops had been organized to serve rural America, just like High Plains Power. For more information, visit nreca.org.
Why should you choose Lander Medical Clinic or Western Family Care for your health care? In addition to 4 locations in Fremont County, they also provide telehealth. Telehealth can be your go-to answer when you're out of town, on the road, or just can't get to urgent care. All you need is a good internet connection. To schedule a telehealth appointment, call 332-2941 today. That's 332-2941. Lander Medical Clinic and Western Family Care. With telehealth, they're putting your health first every time.
Welcome back. 3rd and 10 for Shoshoni. 4 receivers right. Pass outside to Trey Fike. He'll break a tackle, and he's going to run for a first down. Great run by Trey Fike after the catch. And down hard this time, Dalton Schaefer. And he's in some pain over in front of the Shoshoni bench. Of course, Dalton Schaefer, 2 touchdown runs, 56 and 41 yards, 186 yards rushing. And we'll get a first down for Shoshoni after that catch and run. And a couple broken tackles for Trey Fike. We'll take a break. We'll be back as the coaches attend to Dalton Schaefer of Pine Bluffs.
Hi, this is Terry Banker. I'm minister at New Hope Christian Church in Lander, Wyoming. We want to support the kids of this area academically, athletically, and spiritually. Our address is 630 Mount Hope Drive. Come to Sunday school at 9:30 and our worship service at 10:45.
Former University of Wyoming quarterback Josh Allen is worthy of Wyoming.
23 plays into my first start here at the University of Wyoming. I dropped back, kind of went through a progression. I saw the middle of the field kind of open up. I decided to lower my shoulder. His helmet went straight into my collarbone here. We landed on the 20-yard line. At that moment, I knew something was really bad.
So Josh's collarbone was pretty bad. He had broken in multiple places and it required hardware fixation with the plate in order to get it back together.
It was devastating news to me and my family, just knowing that, it could have ended 23 plays in.
We had no question whether we could perform the surgery here given our wide range of varying subspecialties within orthopedics.
I would recommend Premier Bone and Joint Centers. The thing that made me feel really comfortable with them was they made it feel like your own family.
I think he'll have no problem performing in the NFL. His rehab and his recovery done very well, and I don't see any restrictions on him whatsoever.
They want the best for you, and they won't steer you wrong.
Let us show you why we're worthy of Wyoming.
Riverton Vision Center offers comprehensive eye health exams, highly trained staff, and a large selection of fashion eyewear and sunglasses. Dr. Frazier, Dr. Hinkle, Dr. Ballard, and Dr. Davis offer over 70 years of experience. Call Riverton Vision Center at 856-9451 to schedule an appointment today.
When repairs are complete after a collision, you expect your car, SUV, or truck to look like new. That's the service you'll receive at Stork Auto Body in Riverton. Professionalism and meticulous attention to detail. You can depend on Stork Auto Body, 841 Miniweb Avenue, Riverton.
The choice is yours. Sutherland's Friends of the Family Plus Consumer Credit Card lets you choose from 5% off instantly at the register or special financing on qualifying purchases. That means no forms, no waiting, no rebates. You can choose 5% off instantly with your Sutherland's credit card. Got a big project? Choose special financing. The choice is yours with Sutherland's Friends of the Family Plus Consumer Credit Card. Subject to credit approval. Minimum monthly payment required. See store for details. Only at Sutherland's.
At Teton Therapy, our people make the difference. You can live pain-free. The amazing staff at Teton Therapy can help in Lander and Riverton.
There are 2 ways to buy 4x4 gear, the expensive way and the smart way. The expensive way is when you buy a new truck or SUV and the dealer sells you the brush guard, the heavy-duty bumpers, the steps, lights, winch, you name it. He rolls it all in with your loan into your monthly payment. But here's the smart way. Shop at Wyoming 4x4, where you get expert advice from Dan, quality gear, professional installation, all for a whole lot less than you'd spend at a car dealer. Wyoming 4x4 on North Federal in Riverton. The smart way to roll.
Welcome back, and we're not going to make any value judgments, but Dalton Schaefer still down on the field for Pine Bluffs, and he's in a lot of pain. It looks like they're working on his shoulder area, but they're still working on it out there. As now both teams down, taking a knee, taking in some much needed fluids. Both of these teams working hard on a 90-degree plus day, but Schaefer, it's safe to say his day may be over as he's rushed for 186 yards. And the ironic thing, Sean, is it could be out for an extended period of time on a defensive play when he has dominated the running game for Pine Bluffs in this 3+ quarters against the defending state champions from Shoshoni. We're still at a break with 10:50 to play. We'll be back, and concern everywhere for these really good running back from Pine Bluffs, senior Dalton Schaefer.
From the wide open spaces to the canyon near you, Wyoming.com is reaching more homes and businesses than ever before. For more than 25 years, we've aimed to provide the best internet and phone service to meet the needs of our customers all across the great state of Wyoming. Now it's getting even better. Wyoming.com, expanding to an area near you. Wyoming.com. We're out there.
Want access to local news, sports, events, and more? Download the WYO Today app. Now available on all platforms. Stream your favorite radio station, submit something to buy, sell, or trade for deals on the dial, or view contests and special coupons. Better yet, the WYO Today app is the best way to access free HD video of Fremont and Hot Springs County athletics. It's all at your fingertips. Head to your app store or visit wyotoday.com to download the WYO Today app now.
From one corner of the state to the other, over 82% of Wyomingites wear their seatbelts. And to the 18% who don't, we say, let's buckle up for life, Wyoming.
Welcome back as we get a nice shot of the Owl Creek Mountains, courtesy of Sean O'Brate, here running the camera for me today, providing color commentary. Out on the field, Pine Bluff senior Dalton Schaefer still on his back on the field in a lot of pain, as we've learned that Shoshoni Schools nurse Donna Post is down there administering first aid, as we've got quite a few concerns for Dalton Schaefer. They may have dispatched an ambulance, not sure yet, as now we get a Pine Bluffs dad coming on the field. Of course, Dalton Schaefer has been outstanding today. He's carried the ball about 12 times. He's got 186 yards rushing, touchdown runs of 56 and 41 yards for this Pine Bluffs team, as they have built a 28-12 lead with 10:50 to play. We're probably going to see an ambulance showing up, but these players, now Pine Bluffs moving toward the far sideline, and we're going to take another break. So we'll be back with 10:50 to play as Shoshoni nurse attends to Dalton Schaefer on the field right in front of us. We're back after a break.
One, because we're passionate about the spaces our neighbors call home. We're part of your community, and we're also part of the world's largest cooperative of independently owned and operated flooring stores. So you can be sure you'll get great selection and outstanding value with every installation. Whether it's carpet, hardwood, tile, or luxury vinyl, our experts take the guesswork out of choosing the right floor. We're your local Carpet One Floor and Home, the one store for your perfect floor.
Central Wyoming College now offers Bachelor of Applied Science degrees in Early Childhood Education and Organizational Management and Leadership, with an emphasis in outdoor education, tribal leadership, or business and entrepreneurial leadership. CWC offers 3 ways to learn: online, virtual, and in person. Learn, grow, lead, and advance at Central Wyoming College. CWC is leading the way with expanded programs in the Bachelor of Applied Science degrees.
Did you know the Gotchi Rehabilitation and Wellness in Thermopolis also has something called the Gotchi Wellness Center? It's your dream gym with cardio equipment, cable machines, free weights and dumbbells, hydraulic resistance machines, and personal trainers that care about your goals. The Wellness Center is huge and includes a rock wall, pegboard, sled, tires, punching bags, squat rack, and a whole lot more. Check out the Senior Wellness class. To take the first step to a healthier you, visit gotchi.org.
Back when I was riding in rodeos, I always made sure I was locked in, good and tight. Now as a touring musician, crisscrossing the country, I still make sure I'm locked in, good and tight. Of course I do.
Hauling ass, heading south, down the road in a gray Cadillac, coupe bill.
Buckle up for life, Wyoming.
Welcome back. 10:50 to play in this ball game. Shoshoni and Pine Bluffs. We've been out of commission here for about 15 minutes as senior Dalton Schaefer of Pine Bluffs went down with a shoulder injury. This Schaefer, outstanding game today. 16 carries, unofficially 186 yards, and 2 touchdowns for Pine Bluffs. Ironically, he led with his shoulder and tried to tackle Trey Fike, who had caught a little wide receiver screen out on the right side. And Fike lowered his shoulder. Schaefer lowered his shoulder, and Fike got a first down, but Schaefer stayed down, and he's got some sort of a shoulder injury as he is sitting up on the field. Shoshone School's nurse, Donna Post, is administering first aid, and also down there is the school resource officer, Cody Myers, and the Shoshone coaching staff. As now Tony Trumpler comes out. Looks like he's got some wrap and possibly some ice. But this 28-12 game, still at 10:50 to play. Not sure if they've called an ambulance or what's happening here. They are, I guess I did hear just now, they did call an ambulance. But thoughts and prayers out for Dalton Schaefer and his family as the senior down on the field. Looks like a fairly severe injury to that right shoulder area. And we're going to take another break. We'll be back.
This broadcast is Bailey Enterprises. For over 50 years, Bailey has become the name you can trust. With Pit Stop Travel Centers, you can fuel up and stock up on trip snacks at locations all over Fremont County. You can also put your trust in Bailey Tire and Auto for service to keep handy for those times when your luck runs out on the road. Refresh at the Speedway Cafe with a dine-in meal or a round of carry-out with a variety of specials to keep you going. Go with Bailey.
Your car or truck is an investment. When it needs repairs, you need someone you can trust to do the job right. Take it to Gunners Automotive. They repair all makes and models of cars and trucks, from oil changes to brakes, tires, and more. Gunners Automotive, 856-2288. Riverton's Hampton Inn & Suites is proud to sponsor our youth athletics in Fremont County. Fremont County school athletics provide our youth timeless experiences and lessons that can lead to success for life. Setting goals, teamwork, and hard work make young athletes into good citizens.
High Plains Power is a Touchstone Energy cooperative. What does that mean for you as a Rural Electric Association member? It all comes down to 7 principles: open membership, one voice, one vote, member benefits, independence, education, cooperation, and community. To understand how it all works, we're headed back in time. In 1879, electricity was in major cities, but rural areas were out of luck. In 1935, President FDR made it possible for companies to build power lines to unserved areas. By the time we hit 1941, some 400 electric co-ops had been organized to serve rural America, just like High Plains Power. For more information, visit nreca.org.
Welcome back. 10:50 to play, and we're still in an injury timeout as now we've got parents out on the field. Dalton Schaefer's parents, coaches. We're probably going to have players take a warm-up period after the ambulance arrives, but we're waiting for the ambulance to come and administer first aid to Dalton Schaefer of Pine Bluffs, who through the first 3 quarters plus has 16 carries for 186 yards, 2 touchdowns for Pine Bluffs. And right now Pine Bluffs having their way against the Wranglers. Of course, the Wranglers, the 1A 9-man defending state champions, and Pine Bluffs, thanks to the legs of Schaefer, has had their way against Shoshoni in this ball game. So we're going to talk about, Sean, why don't you call up tomorrow's schedule for football. I know Wind River is playing down at, currently playing in Saratoga. That game got underway about 45 minutes ago. Wind River Cougars, one of the favorites, matter of fact, ranked number 4 in the state, Tomorrow in high school football, it'll be Riverton at Cody, the number 1 Cody Bronx, 7 o'clock tomorrow night. That'll be a tough one for the Wranglers. The season opener tomorrow for Lander Valley as they travel to Green River. That's a 7 p.m. kickoff. Tomorrow the St. Stephen's Eagles will open their season at home against Lingle Fort Laramie. The Doggers coming in for a 1 p.m. kickoff. DuBois Rams, they Saturday will take on Hewlett at 2 p.m. That game will be played at 10 Sleep. And as I said, Wind River at Saratoga. That actually was a 6 p.m. kickoff from Saratoga. Wyoming Indian will open the season tomorrow at Guernsey. That's a 4 p.m. kickoff and 9-man play. And the Thermopolis Bobcats will host Tongue River tomorrow at 6 p.m. The Thermopolis Bobcats will be on the air. Now we've got a pickup truck out on the field, and it looks like maybe they're going to put Dalton Schaefer in that pickup truck. A big black pickup with Laramie County plates. So that is a Pine Bluffs family vehicle, as they do have, it looks like they have Schaefer's shoulder wrapped up over there as Shoshoni nurse Donna Post trying to administer fluids and keep Schaefer upright as he's sitting on the field. And now the family getting ready to transport Schaefer, as I guess there was no ambulance on the way. So 10:50 to play as we've got action on the field, but not football on the field. Is now Schaefer to his feet, and he's getting a nice ovation here from the Shoshoni faithful. We'll be back as we get ready to play some more high school football. 10:50 to play. Pine Bluffs with a 28-12 lead here from Shoshoni High School.
For Western Family Care for your health care. In addition to 4 locations in Fremont County, they also provide telehealth. Telehealth can be your go-to answer when you're out of town, on the road, or just can't get to urgent care. All you need is a good internet connection. To schedule a telehealth appointment, call 332-2941 today. That's 332-2941. Lander Medical Clinic and Western Family Care. With telehealth, they're putting your health first every time.
Welcome back as Dalton Schaefer being placed in a pickup truck, and they'll be transporting him most likely to Riverton.
That thing can hold some weight.
Could transport him to Thermopolis, we'll know in a minute, but the senior running back linebacker made a tackle on Trey Fike after a wide receiver screen. Fike did a nice job breaking the tackle, but Schaefer lost the battle as he was down on the field, and that was about 15 minutes ago, maybe 20 minutes ago, as we approach 6:20 in the evening. So they're going to transport Dalton Schaefer, and now his teammates will try to get their heads back in the game as Shoshoni has a first down at the 38 of Pine Bluffs, but Pine Bluffs with a 2-touchdown lead in this one. Yeah, 2 touchdowns and 2 two-point conversions. So we're going to take a quick break. We'll see when we get started here, but it's hot enough they might not even take a break. Maybe they'll just start playing football. We'll be back. This is Shoshoni football on the Fremont County Game of the Week.
Hi, this is Terry Banker. I'm minister At New Hope Christian Church in Lander, Wyoming, we want to support the kids of this area academically, athletically, and spiritually. Our address is 630 Mount Hope Drive. Come to Sunday school at 9:30 and our worship service at 10:45.
Former University of Wyoming quarterback Josh Allen is worthy of Wyoming.
23 plays into my first start here at the University of Wyoming. I dropped back, kind of went through a progression. I saw the middle of the field kind of open up. I decided to lower my shoulder. His helmet went straight into my collarbone here. We landed on the 20-yard line. At that moment, I knew something was really bad.
So Josh's collarbone was pretty bad. He had broken in multiple places, and it required hardware fixation with the plate in order to get it back together.
Welcome back. We're going to get things going after the long break. It'll be 1st and 10 for Shoshoni at the 39-yard line of Pine Bluffs. And Schaefer being transported now off the field. Here's Mills in the shotgun. He'll throw across the middle, and it's going to be hauled in by Trey Fike. And it will be about a 10-yard gain. Tackle on that play by Abe Serrano of Pine Bluffs. We've got a timeout and a possible measurement. They're going to say 2nd down and about 3 inches. 10:43 and counting. Shoshoni desperately needs a score and a 2-point conversion here. And that would set them up if then they could stop Pine Bluffs. Here's a handoff up the middle, and we'll get a flag on the play. It's going to be a false start on Shoshoni. It may be offsides. It is offsides on Pine Bluffs. Another break as Ryan Fornstrom jumped off sides for the Hornets. So another break for the Wranglers. They turn toward Riverton to pick up. Looks like that pickup did head toward Riverton's hospital. So our hats off to the senior running back, Schaefer. Here's a handoff. A fake handoff, and Mills around the left side. He'll break a tackle and cross the 15-yard line. It'll be another 1st down for Shoshoni on that quarterback keeper. They took off on the option. And it'll be right at the sticks. Okay, it's going to be a gain of 9 on the play. So 2nd and 1 for Shoshoni. 9:46 and counting in this ballgame. Wranglers need to show a little bit of urgency here, and they're not really coming with that out of the huddle. 9:34 and counting as Mills in the shotgun. Cannon Campbell off his right shoulder. Here's a fake to Trumpler. Mills rolling right, and he's going to have to throw it out of bounds, incomplete. And Trumpler was all by himself in the end zone on the other side, and we just heard that from the Shoshoni coaches up here on the roof of this really nice facility in Shoshoni. So we'll see if they decide to do something with that information. 3rd and 1, 9:20 to play, 28-12 ball game. Long break. 3rd and 1 at the right at the 15. They've got to get to about the 14. Here's Mills in the short gun, and it looks like a similar play. They'll throw it to Peyton, and it's going to be knocked down by Ryan Fornstrom. And if he could have thrown the ball a little bit longer, it probably would have been a touchdown. So 4th and a yard for Shoshoni, and now you're probably going to see the Trumpler Express. Peyton Trumpler, probably a run up the middle. About a yard for a 1st down. 4th and 1 with 9:13 to play. Shoshoni needs a 1st down. Full house backfield. Handoff, Trumpler. He'll go left side. It'll be a 1st down after a gain of about 5 on the play. Actually, it's going to be close to 10, Sean. All the way down to the 6-yard line. Gain of 8 on the play. Good steady run by Peyton Trumpler. So 9 minutes to play. 1st down and goal for the Wranglers. 7 yards out. Here's Mills. He'll hand it left side to Trumpler. Trumpler up the middle, touchdown! 7-yard touchdown run by Peyton Trumpler with 8:48 to play, and the Wranglers inch closer. Now 28-18. And we'll see what the offense elects to do here. Just about got to go for 2. So with 8:48 to play, it's a 10-point game.
Wranglers line up to go for 2.
Wranglers, they're going to go for 2, and you got to think maybe nothing fancy here. Peyton Trumpler up the middle again. Extra point attempt. Long time in the huddle. We'll see what the play is. It's going to be an I formation, 2 receivers left, and a power formation. Here's Mills. He'll throw it out to Trumpler, and he's going to have to fight to get in. Can he make it? And he's not going to get there, about a yard short. As that time, that play went nowhere from the beginning. As Mills got in trouble, he was forced to pass it back to Trumpler. And by that time, the Hornets defense was bearing down on the senior All-State running back. So 28-18 with 8:48 to play. Shoshoni needs some defense here, and we'll be back after a break on the Fremont County Game of the Week.
Just knowing that, it could have ended 23 plays in.
We had no question whether we could perform the surgery here given our wider range of varying subspecialties within orthopedics.
I would recommend Premier Bone and Joint Centers. The thing that made me feel really comfortable with them was they made it feel like your own family.
I think he'll have no problem performing in the NFL. His rehab and his recovery done very well, and I don't see any restrictions on him whatsoever.
They want the best for you, and they won't steer you wrong.
Let us show you why we're worthy of Wyoming.
Riverton Vision Center offers comprehensive eye health exams, highly trained staff, and a large selection of fashion eyewear and sunglasses. Dr. Frazier, Dr. Hinkle, Dr. Ballard, and Dr. Davis offer over 70 years of experience. Call Riverton Vision Center at 856-9451 to schedule an appointment today.
When repairs are complete after a collision.
Welcome back. Thursday afternoon football here, and we've got a good one. It's 28-18. And a lot of the difference in this game is that Shoshone scored 3 times and not been able to get the extra points. They've went for 2 twice, went for 1 once. And now they face a Pine Bluffs offense that has scored 3 touchdowns in their last 6 plays. So here's Dominic Jarvis, 8:48 to play. He'll kick off for Shoshone. And an onside kick will not go 10 yards. It'll go out of bounds at the 48, and it will be Pine Bluffs football right there. So the onside kick does not work. And now the Shoshone defense is going to have to pour it on. Pine Bluffs playing without their senior running back, Dalton Schaefer, who's out with an injury. And that's going to be a 5-yard penalty after that onside kick did not go 10 yards. 1st and 10 for Pine Bluffs at the Shoshone 44-yard line. 10-point lead. There's Lerwick in the gun, 3 receivers left. He'll hand off right side to a running back, and he's going to run about 14 yards downfield, and that was James Langois. Langos on the carry. So now we know who the running back is, and Langos with the big run all the way from the 44 down to the 33. That's 11 yards officially, and the clock is running. Shoshone needs a stop. 1st down and 10 for Pine Bluffs. Lerwick in the shotgun, and today the running game for Pine Bluffs has been a big key. There's Lerwick passing right side, incomplete. As going down to catch the ball that time was the kicker, Abe Serrano. So that stops the clock. 2nd and 10 for Pine Bluffs. Lerwick waiting for the play call, and bringing it in is Ryan Fornstrom. Of course, Fornstrom, the point guard on that Pine Bluffs Hornets basketball team. He's been starting there since he was a freshman, and we looked at the roster today, and he's the only Fornstrom on the roster. Used to be 4 or 5 of those guys. Here's Lerwick. He'll pass it left side. It's going to be complete to Jessen inside the 25. And that'll be a gain of about 7 yards, maybe 8 on the play. So now you're looking at a crucial 3rd down. 3rd and 3 for Pine Bluffs. 7:53 to go. 28-18 ball game, and we appreciate you hanging in with us here on that long delay for an injury. Lerwick brings out his team. He's in the shotgun. He'll hand off to Serrano. Serrano is going to have a 1st down inside the 20-yard line. So 1st down. Shoshoni's backs against the wall here. Need a stop as they trail by 10. And now the clock winding inside, 7.5 minutes to play. 1st down and 10 from the 19 of Shoshoni. Beautiful day in Shoshoni. Owl Creek Mountains in the background off the north end zone. There's Lerwick back in the short gun. He'll fade to pass. Fakes left. Now he's going to be wrestled down. And the big play that time by Tucker Maddock with the sack. And a big play that time. Shoshone selling out. And it leads to a 6-yard loss for Pine Bluffs. So 2nd and 16 with 6:40 to play. Just about got to think that Shoshone's got to stop them here. No more 1st downs. So Tucker Maddock with the big defensive play from the defensive end position. Here's a handoff and a slip, and down goes the running back, James Langois.
No gain on the play.
So no gain.
Langois brings up 3rd and 17.
Langois.
At the Wrangler
3rd and 16. They're saying 3rd and 17 on the scoreboard. We'll stay with that. So Lerwick got to be setting up a pass play here as we're under 6 minutes and counting at Shoshone High School. Beautiful night for football. September 1st. Week 1 of many. Here's the handoff fake. Lerwick fades to pass. Wide open downfield. Incomplete. As he overthrew Ryan Fornstrom, who got behind the defensive back, Quentin Clark. So 4th now and 17 as Lerwick exchanging words with his head coach over there, trying to figure out what they're going to call. And now he'll come back on the field. 5:32 to play, and right now it's okay if they gain 10, but if they gain 17, it'll be a 1st down. Right now, Shoshone's defense needs a stop. 4th and 17, 5:32 to play. Here's Lerwick in the gun. 3 receivers set. Serrano in motion, and we're going to get a false start as the center did not snap the football. So it'll go back 4th now and 22. That play was doomed from the beginning. So again, here's Coach Gray coming out to meet Lerwick on the field.
They're not punting.
Oh no. Have we seen a punt today? 1 punt. Shoshone punted the ball in the 1st half. Here's Lerwick in the gun. 5:32 to play. 4th and 22. Lerwick fades to pass. He'll come up in the pocket and get wrestled down by Shoshone's defense. Big stop that time. Jackson Stanley, Tucker Maddock, Peyton Trumpler. And it'll be Shoshone football with 5:25 to play and trailing by 10. Shoshone needs to score quickly. They're going to have to possess the ball at least twice to have a shot. So the Wranglers setting things up. Here's Alex Mills. He'll come into the huddle for Shoshoni, and you think they've got to maybe call 2 plays, at least get to the line of scrimmage quickly. We've got 3 receivers in the set. Jackson Stanley on the right side along with Cannon Campbell. And the pass, here's Mills, and nearly intercepted on the play as Ryan Fornstrom had both hands on the football as Mills tried to find Peyton Trumpler out in the flat. Trumpler says to Fornstrom, nice job. And then he takes a deep breath of relief. 2nd down and 10 for the Wranglers. 5:21 to play. It's got to be hot on that other side of the field. They've had the sun beating down on them all day. And, man, if you just come in and sit in the bleachers, you'd have it at your back and be in the shade like us. There's Mills in the gun all by himself. 4 receivers set, 3 this side, 1 the other. Mills getting rushed. They've been blitzing him all day. Here's Mills with the pass. It'll go incomplete. Out of bounds, intended for Peyton Trumpler. We talked about that at break, and Hornets have been blitzing either 2, 3, or 4 guys on every play the whole game. And Mills has had to run for his life. Has not been able to set up very often. 3rd and 10 for Shoshoni. And now it's a matter of get a first down. Wind River playing right now in Saratoga. Of course, Riverton, Lander, Thermopolis will play tomorrow. Here's Mills in the gun, 4 receivers set, all by himself in the backfield. Center screen to Trey Fike, incomplete. And that'll set up 4th down.
Brings up 4th and 10.
So 4th and 10 now at the 33-yard line.
No offensive line. Did you see that? They all just moved forward and tried to set the screen.
Yeah, it was a screen play from the word go, and that time they attempted it to Trey Fike. He catches it, he'll be tackled right away. Pine Bluffs did a nice job defending that screen. So 4th and 10 for the Wranglers. Right now, got to get a first down some way, somehow. 2 running backs, 2 receivers set. Here's Mills. He'll pass it long and over the head and incomplete of Trey Fike. That'll go over now to Pine Bluffs on downs. 5:02 to play. We'll take a quick break. We'll be back. It's Pine Bluffs 28, Shoshoni 18.
SUV or truck to look like new. That's the service you'll receive at Stork Auto Body in Riverton. Professionalism and meticulous attention to detail. You can depend on Stork Auto Body, 841 Miniweb Avenue, Riverton.
The choice is yours. Sutherland's Friends of the Family Plus Consumer Credit Card.
Welcome back. Pine Bluffs football, 1st and 10 at the Shoshoni 34. Here's Serrano, big hole, 10 yards, 20 yards. He'll cut inside and be tackled inside the 10-yard line. And the touchdown saving tackle by Peyton Trumpler. So big run. 23-yard run for Abe Serrano. This Pine Bluffs team has been impressive on the ground today. And it wasn't something that Shoshoni expected at all when we talked to Coach Trumpler yesterday. They were expecting Pine Bluffs to pass the ball about 80% of the time. That has not been the case today. 4:37 to play, 1st down and goal for Pine Bluffs. And now they're letting the clock run. They'll wait for the back judge to start counting things off. And we've got 5 seconds, and he's counting it. Handoff left side, Serrano, and a nice open field tackle by Dom Jarvis.
Carried by Serrano.
4:10 and counting. This will take the ball, or take the clock now inside 4 minutes. 28-18 lead for Pine Bluffs. It's our pleasure to be here today, bringing you the Fremont County Game of the Week on KWYW 99.1 FM. We're also streaming on WYO Today at YouTube. Lyric will hand off, and we'll get a penalty and a false start, which will stop the clock, at least for the penalty, with 3:34 to play. False start on Pine Bluffs. That'll be their 3rd false start of the game. They also roughed Alex Mills twice. I believe that's penalty number 6. So that'll give Shoshoni at least a second as they restart the clock with 3:30 to play. So Lerwick back on the field. 2nd and goal from the 15-yard line. Lerwick will hand the ball off right side. Coming up, making a nice tackle on the play is Peyton Trumpler at the 3:07 mark, and we'll get a timeout by Pine Bluffs. So with 3:07 to play, it's Pine Bluffs 28, Shoshoni 18. We'll be back on KWYW.
% off instantly at the register or special financing on qualifying purchases. That means no forms, no waiting, no rebates. You can choose 5% off instantly with your Sutherland's credit card. Got a big project? Choose special financing. The choice is yours with Sutherland's Friends of the Family Plus Consumer Credit Card. Subject to credit approval. Minimum monthly payment required. See store for details. Only at Sutherland's.
At Teton Therapy, our people make the difference. You can live pain-free. The amazing staff at Teton Therapy can help in Lander and Riverton.
Welcome back. 3:07 to play. Pine Bluffs called the timeout. We do have a scoring update from Saratoga as Wind River up on Saratoga now 20-6 in the 3rd quarter. Right here, 3:07 to play. This game started at 4 o'clock, and we're nearing 7 o'clock after a long, about a 30-minute delay due to an injury on Pine Bluffs senior Dalton Schaefer. Pine Bluffs hasn't slowed down a bit in their running game. They've brought some young running backs in, and they've been running all over Shoshoni. 3:07 to play, 28-18, 3rd and 14. 3rd and goal as Lerwick will run right side, loft it toward the end zone. Great defensive play by Shoshoni. That's Alex Mills who laid out and tipped the ball away from Ryan Fornstrom. So now 4th and goal with 3:01 to play from the Shoshoni 15. Great pass by Lerwick, and Alex Mills, the All-Stater, laid out and tipped the ball away from Fornstrom. So 4th and goal for Pine Bluffs. As Lerwick lines up his players. 4th and 14. Here's Lerwick. He'll run left side and pitch it to the running back, and he'll cut inside. Touchdown, Pine Bluffs. That's James Langloss with the 14-yard touchdown run.
15 yards.
They're going to say 15 yards.
Touchdown.
And that'll ice it for Pine Bluffs here on the road, as now they have a 3-touchdown lead. 34-18. as Serrano comes on for the extra point. 2:52 to play. Snap down, kick, not good, as it was a line drive right over top of the line. So 2:52 to play. The lead now is 34-18. We'll be back with the Fremont County Game of the Week on KWYW.
There are two ways to buy 4x4 gear, the expensive way and the smart way. The expensive way is when you buy a new truck or SUV and the dealer sells you the brush guard, the heavy-duty bumpers, the steps, lights, winch, you name it. He rolls it all in with your loan into your monthly payment. But here's the smart way. Shop at Wyoming 4x4, where you get expert advice from Dan, quality gear, professional installation, all for a whole lot less than you'd spend at a car dealer. Wyoming 4x4 on North Federal and Riverton. The smart way to roll.
From the wide open spaces to the canyon near you, Wyoming.com is reaching more homes and businesses than ever before. For more than 25 years, we've aimed to provide the best internet and phone service to meet the needs of our customers all across the great state of Wyoming. Now it's getting even better. Wyoming.com, expanding to an area near you. Wyoming.com. We're out there.
Want access to local news, sports, events, and more? Download the WYO Today app. Now available on all platforms. Stream your favorite radio station, submit something to buy, sell, or trade for deals on the dial, or view contests and special coupons. Better yet, the WYO Today app is the best way to access free HD video of Fremont and Hot Springs County athletics. It's all at your fingertips. Head to your app store or visit wyotoday.com to download the WYO Today app now.
Pooch kick out. Trey Fike picks it up. He's through the pack. He'll go down the left sideline and be tackled inside Pine Bluffs territory. Nice run for Trey Fike. Picked it up around the 16-yard line. About a 44-yard. Well, actually, they're going to say the ball's out at the 48, so it's going to go as 28-yard return for Trey Fike. 38-yard return, excuse me. So 1st and 10 for Shoshoni at the Pine Bluffs 48. Of course, we'll have our Click It or Ticket post-game show coming up. We'll have our Papa Murphy's player of the game and Gatorade player of the game. One gets a pizza, the other one gets a bottle of Gatorade that we're going to have to give to him here next week. Here's Mills to Trey Fike, making an acrobatic catch at the 31-yard line with 2:36 to play. Trey Fike, he may be in contention for our player of the game. So 1st and 10 for Shoshoni. Clock is running. They're going to have to hurry to the line of scrimmage. Of course, Shoshoni potentially starting the season in 2022 the same way that they started in 2021 with a loss against Pine Bluffs. We know how it started last year and how it ended. And Shoshoni won a state championship. Here's a long pass. Mills lofting it. Is it a touchdown? Incomplete. Pass intended for Cannon Campbell, and there was a big collision in the end zone, and that time the defense broke it up. Campbell was open, and it was a good-looking pass on the run by Alex Mills. 2:11 to play. 16-point lead in this one. Two-touchdown advantage. Shoshoni needs to score here and get a onside kick. So Mills in the gun, 3 receivers left. And he'll hand off Peyton Trumpler, nowhere to go, as wrapped up on the play by Diego Pangini, and also another player for Shoshoni. Shoshoni's going to immediately line up as a clock now inside 2 minutes. Mills in the gun. He'll fade to pass. Here's a nice pass downfield. Trey Fike with a first down. He's inside the 10. Touchdown, Shoshoni. And Shoshoni's not done yet, as that's a 35-yard touchdown pass from Alex Mills to Trey Fike. And the cannon goes off again, and right now you've got to make the two-point conversion to have any chance at all. 34-24 in this one. So Shoshoni lines up. They've got receivers all over the field. One right, three left. Mills in the gun. 34-24. Mills on the run. Let's see if he can make it. He does! Two-point conversion is good. So Mills runs it in. He reaches out with his left hand, takes out the pylon as he was being chased by a host of Pine Bluffs Hornets, and still Shoshoni with a shot here. We'll keep it here as now 34-26 on the WyoToday.com scoreboard.
Yeah, I'm thinking Trey Fike now maybe, but Alex Mills had the interception at the 3-yard line.
Yeah, and boy, what a fast move down the field by the Wranglers, but unable to stop this Pine Bluffs team in the second half, really. And now you're going to see another onside kick with 1:38 to play. Shoshone still in this one, and you can see the heat is on these guys' minds, and they probably haven't been taking in enough liquids during this game, so you're going to have some people that are going to have to take on liquids after this game. So Dom Jarvis will line it up, 1:38 to play. And we're probably going to see an onside kick try for Shoshone. Jarvis lines it up at the 40. And we'll see where this one goes. Kick is on the right side. It will go 10 yards, and Stu Lerwick will recover at the 49 of Shoshone. It went 9.5 yards, Bill. Almost. Almost. Never doubt a nuclear physicist when it comes to measuring yards. So it'll be Pine Bluffs football, and I'm not sure if Shoshone's got any timeouts left, but Shoshone needs a stop here. 1:38 to play, 8-point game. There's Lerwick. He'll hand off Serrano, and Peyton Trumpler comes up quickly along with Jackson Stanley for the tackle. Timeout, Shoshone. 1:34 to play. It'll be second down and 10. And that's something that we really haven't seen a lot of out of the middle linebacker, Peyton Trumpler. He's been dropping into coverage. That time he came up, him and Jackson Stanley. Nice tackle on James Langois. We'll keep it here. 1:34 to play. We'll see Owl Creek's off to the north. Town of Shoshone off to the south. And just want to give a compliment to everyone in Shoshone doing some good things. A lot of old buildings have been demoed. They've created a nice picnic area and a basketball court in the place that used to be downtown Shoshone. It's really been a nice addition over the last 4 years. Some good things happen in this community. It'll be Pine Bluffs football now. 2nd and 10 at midfield, basically. There's Lerwick in the gun. Shoshone, they're going to have to sell out, and now we'll get a timeout by the side judge. Not sure what that was about, but here we go. Lerwick will hand it off to Serrano. He'll run right side. Got to have a tackle. He's going to get a first down. And that will likely, well, almost a first down. He's going to be tackled at the 40. It's going to be 3rd and short, about 1 yard. Just a off-tackle run now as Shoshoni will take, I believe, its final timeout. So we'll go with it. 1:23 to play in the Fremont County Game of the Week. We're back.
From one corner of the state to the other, over 82% of Wyomingites wear their seatbelts. And to the 18% who don't, we say, let's buckle up for life, Wyoming.
Why should your new floor come from Carpet One? Because we're passionate about the spaces our neighbors call home. We're part of your community, and we're also part of the world's largest cooperative of independently owned and operated flooring stores. So you can be sure you'll get great selection and outstanding value with every installation. Whether it's carpet, hardwood, tile, or luxury vinyl, our experts take the guesswork out of choosing the right floor. We're your local Carpet One Floor and Home, the one store for your perfect floor.
Central One.
Second or third and 10 now for Pine Bluffs. There's Lerwick in the gun. He'll hand off. Nope. He'll take the ball and run. First down, Pine Bluffs. And that'll probably do it. Pine Bluffs will be able to run out the clock here with 1:19 to play. First down for the Hornets at Shoshoni's 35. They'll wind the clock, and I don't believe Shoshoni can stop it again. So first and 10 for Pine Bluffs. They lead it 34-26. So Shoshoni going to open the 2022 season with a loss. There's Lerwick. He'll take a knee with 48 seconds to play, and they should be able to run out the clock here on about third down. Pine Bluffs players, fans, clapping over on the far side. There's Lerwick. He'll line up again. And the ball is down, but Serrano falls on it as it hit Lerwick in the ankles. 23 seconds to play, and I believe that will do it. Teams will come toward their benches. They'll shake hands, and we'll be back with the Click It or Ticket post-game show. Final score, Pine Bluffs 34, Shoshoni 26. This is the Fremont County Game of the Week and Shoshoni Wranglers football on KWYW 99.1.
Bachelor of Applied Science degrees in Early Childhood Education and Organizational Management and Leadership, with an emphasis in outdoor education, tribal leadership, or business and entrepreneurial leadership. CWC offers 3 ways to learn: online, virtual, and in person. Learn, grow, lead, and advance at Central Wyoming College. CWC is leading the way with expanded programs in the Bachelor of Applied Science degrees.
Did you know the Gotchi Rehabilitation and Wellness in Thermopolis also has something called the Gotchi Wellness Center? It's your dream gym with cardio equipment, cable machines, free weights and dumbbells, hydraulic resistance machines, and personal trainers that care about your goals. The Wellness Center is huge and includes a rock wall, pegboard, sled, tires, punching bags, squat rack, and a whole lot more. Check out the Senior Wellness class. To take the first step to a healthier you, visit gotchi.org.
Back when I was riding in rodeos, I always made sure I was locked in, good and tight. Now as a touring musician, crisscrossing the country, I still make sure I'm locked in, good and tight. Of course I do.
Hauling ass, heading south, down the road in a gray Cadillac, coupe to bill.
Buckle up for life, Wyoming.
A proud sponsor of this broadcast is Bailey Enterprises. For over 50 years, Bailey has become the name you can trust. With Pit Stop Travel Centers, you can fuel up and stock up on trip snacks at locations all over Fremont County. You can also put your trust in Bailey Tire and Auto for service to keep handy for those times when your luck runs out on the road. Refresh at the Speedway Cafe with a dine-in meal or a round of carry-out with a variety of specials to keep you going. Go with Bailey.
Welcome back. Final score, Pine Bluffs 34 and Shoshoni 26. It was a tough fought game out there. Only one injury of note, Dalton Schaefer of Pine Bluffs. And these two teams battled for 4 quarters tonight. And unfortunately, Shoshoni just couldn't stop the Pine Bluffs running game. And that was the key in this one as Shoshoni prepared to face a passing offense, and they saw a Pine Bluffs offense tonight that ran the ball more than they passed, and it was successful. So game number 1 in the Fremont County Game of the Week out of the way, and we'll try to get Coach Tony Trumpler up here on the post game, and we'll be back with Sean O'Brayton stats coming up next on KWYW. This is the Click It or Ticket post game show.
Your car or truck is an investment. When it needs repairs, you need someone you can trust to do the job right. Take it to Gunners Automotive. They repair all makes and models of cars and trucks, from oil changes to brakes, tires, and more. Gunners Automotive, 856-2288. Riverton's Hampton Inn & Suites is proud to sponsor our youth athletics in Fremont County. Fremont County school athletics provide our youth timeless experiences and lessons that can lead to success for life. Setting goals, teamwork, and hard work make young athletes into good citizens.
High Plains Power is a Touchstone Energy cooperative. What does that mean for you as a Rural Electric Association member? It all comes down to 7 principles: open membership, one voice, one vote, member benefits, independence, education, cooperation, and community. To understand how it all works, we're headed back in time. In 1879, electricity was in major cities, but rural areas were out of luck. In 1935, President FDR made it possible for companies to build power lines to unserved areas. By the time we hit 1941, some 400 electric co-ops had been organized to serve rural America, just like High Plains Power. For more information, visit nreca.org.
Why should you choose Lander Medical Clinic or Western Family Care for you?
Welcome back here on the Click It or Ticket post-game show. We've got Shoshoni coach Tony Trumpler up here. And Coach, you guys had some good offensive performance today, but Pine Bluffs came out with a running game, and I'm not sure you were expecting that. They ran the ball against you guys pretty well.
Yeah, well, I was expecting a pass attack for sure, and we actually prepared for that, and we did shut it down pretty well for what they usually throw. Our D-line just kind of got owned a little bit, and I don't think they were ready for that. So we got some stuff that I know we need to work on now. So.
Well, you guys started last year the same way as you start this year, and it's going to force you to dig a little deep and work on identity, I'm sure, a little bit heading into week 2.
Yeah, it's a loss and that sucks and everything like that, but it's a motivator as well. Sure. We're not where we need to be. I thought we were a little further ahead of the game than we are. Our offense and defensive line, we have to get some work. We have weapons on offense, but if the front guys aren't going to do their job, it's hard to use your weapons. And what we did make work tonight was, we did pass block pretty well. Our run block, we need to work on that a little bit.
It looked like they were blitzing on every play, either 2, 3, or 4 guys. And Alex, most of his passes had to be on the run tonight.
Yeah, we had a hard time picking that up. Second half, we did a little better job of picking it up, and we do have a couple of all senior linemen, but essentially 2 of them have been hurt for 2 years now, so they're just back. So there's some bugs we got to work out there, and it's early, so. Yeah. If all things go right, if we see each other in November, it will be 2 different teams. So.
Trey Fike was outstanding today. He had 9 catches. We had him for 147 yards. He was going up on those balls. It was contested balls and bringing the ball down all day. Outstanding today.
Yeah, if you can put the ball close to Trey, there's a pretty good chance he's going to come down with it. He fights for the ball hard, and he runs great routes, and he's got excellent hands.
It looked like, Peyton likes to mix it up. He likes to create contact out there, but, the few of the running plays just a little bit off, and he was, getting hit in the backfield a little bit for you guys today.
Yeah, we definitely earned our yards today. Just a little bit of timing and not expecting to have the defense right there so quick. It's hard to make a read on some of the stuff that we run when they're back there that quick. like I said, we earned our yards today.
Yeah, so, next week you come back, you're home against Grable, I believe. Is that right?
Yes, we're here Thursday night against Grable as well.
All right, a lot of Thursday football. You guys kind of like it, right?
Yeah, Thursday night lights. It actually works out pretty good because we are such a small school. So we play on Thursday, and then the boys can go support the volleyball players and stuff like that. So that's kind of nice. And Thursday's a little different. It's just kind of our night that way too. So I mean, it does make it a little difficult for practices sometimes because we are essentially losing. Like we'll practice tomorrow because, well, one, we lost, and two, we're losing. We're essentially losing a day of practice, so we can't take those Fridays off. So, but it's still worth it.
One injury of note: he had rushed for 186 yards and a pair of touchdowns, but he made that tackle attempt on Trey Fike, and Dalton Schaefer, who's a pretty good running back, went down with that shoulder injury.
Yeah, there was a good collision between him and Trey, and that sucks because he's a good player. Hopefully he'll be back soon. So,
all right, Coach Tony Trumpler. Hey, good luck next week. Hey, go on a run now, right?
That's the plan. Yeah, we got to get stuff fixed. We'll get it dialed in, and I think we'll be just fine. Like this, I mean, this does mean something, but it's not a conference game, and it's a great season opener because it's two good football teams putting it out there. And I mean, the score was a close game all the way through. So it's a great opener. So win or lose, I think we did a pretty good job.
Hey, one of the teams that you're keeping an eye on tonight was up 20-6 in the third quarter, Wind River over Saratoga down in Carbon County.
Yeah, I figured that was kind of where it was going to be. Saratoga's, they're a young team, and Wind River's a good team. I mean, they run the ball well, and they have some horses over there. So definitely, we're definitely going to keep an eye out on them and Rocky as well. It's a pretty tight race on this side of the state this year. So.
Yeah, it's going to be a battle throughout this season. You guys are going to have to fight tooth and nail to keep what you own right now.
Yeah, I mean, we all played late in the season too, so it's going to be interesting. It's going to come right down to the wire. I think Rocky and Wind River are the last game of the regular season, so that could determine 1, 2, or 3. I mean, hopefully it determines 2 and 3, but we'll play it by ear.
Yeah, we like calling games here at home, Coach, but you guys have to come back, have to, do your thing, and I know you will. So, hey, thanks for joining us here on the post game, and hey, good luck. We'll see you in a couple weeks.
Thanks for coming over, guys. It's awesome to have you guys over here. Thanks for everybody watching and listening on the radio. It's fun. So, thanks.
All right, Tony Trumpler joining us here on the Click It or Ticket post game show, and we'll be back with our final stats and our players of the game with Sean O'Brate. This is Cody Beers, and thanks for listening to the Fremont County Game of the Week. We'll be right back.
In addition to 4 locations in Fremont County, they also provide telehealth. Telehealth can be your go-to answer when you're out of town, on the road, or just can't get to urgent care. All you need is a good internet connection. To schedule a telehealth appointment, call 332-2941 today. That's 332-2941. Lander Medical Clinic and Western Family Care. With telehealth, they're putting your health first every time.
Hi, this is Terry Banker. I'm Minister.
Welcome back in the Click It or Ticket postgame show tonight. The Pine Bluffs Hornets with a 34-26 win, a final score over the Shoshoni Wranglers. And, you didn't see a whole lot of disappointment, Sean, on Coach Trumpler's face. He knows that these teams are going to battle it out throughout the season. And it gives Shoshoni a little motivation going into week 2 and on down the road. And so why don't you go over some final stats, and then we'll name our players of the game, and we'll get out of here.
Yeah, to your point, Tony Trumpler didn't look too upset because I think his team overall did pretty well on offense. I think, honestly, if they had one more possession, if they had gotten that onside kick, I think we would have seen them move pretty fast and maybe tie the game up. Who knows? But for now, we will have some stats that they can look forward to. our Papa Murphy's player of the game will be Alex Mills, who not only had a interception at the 3-yard line to save the Shoshoni Wranglers from letting another score in, but he also had 244 yards through the air. He had 2 touchdowns. He had 2 interceptions too. One of them was a last-second Hail Mary at the end of the first half, but he did have quite a bit of legs today. He had to run away from the blitz pretty much most of the game, but his favorite receiver, Trey Fike, had 9 receptions, 147 yards, and a nice touchdown. We're going to name him the Gatorade Player of the Game, so we will give them their prizes, a Papa Murphy's gift card and a special Gatorade so that he can quench his thirst. I would say Peyton Trumpler was a nice addition. He had 2 touchdowns, 1 2-yard run and 1 7-yard run. He is up for the Gatorade Player of the Game as well, but I think you said it best. He's going to get his chances for sure this year. He's going to be that lead back that can dominate on the run and get those hard-earned yards throughout the season. So I think we have our players of the game, and as far as the other touchdown, it was number 7, Alex Cannon Campbell, for the other receiving touchdown on the day, and that'll add up to the 4 touchdowns you see on your scoreboard right there.
All right, Sean O'Brate. Well, that's going to do it for us. Season opener out of the way, and hey, we appreciate all the sponsors who make the Fremont County Game of the Week possible, and we're proud to be here at Shoshoni High School this year, covering the another run by the defending state champions in 9-man football. But congratulations tonight to the Pine Bluffs Hornets, who win. Actually, they led pretty much wire to wire in this game. 34-26 is the final. Hey, we'll see you next week from DuBois as the DuBois Rams host the Snake River Rattlers. We'll try a little 6-man football next week on the Fremont County Small School Game of the Week. For Sean O'Brate, I'm Cody Beers. Have yourself a wonderful Labor Day weekend. Be safe out there. Hey, don't drink and drive. Designate a sober driver and always buckle up. We'll see you soon for next week's Fremont County Game of the Week on KWYW.
In Lander, Wyoming, we want to support the kids of this area academically, athletically, and spiritually. Our address is 630 Mount Hope Drive. Come to Sunday school at 9:30 and our worship service at 10:45.
Former University of Wyoming quarterback Josh Allen is worthy of Wyoming.
23 plays into my first start here at the University of Wyoming. I dropped back, kind of went through a progression. I saw the middle of the field kind of open up. I decided to lower my shoulder. His helmet went straight into my collarbone here. We landed on the 20-yard line. At that moment, I knew something was really bad.
So Josh's collarbone was pretty bad. He had broken in multiple places, and it required hardware fixation with the plate in order to get it back together.
It was devastating news to me and my family, just knowing that, it could have ended 23 plays in.
We had no question whether we could perform the surgery here, given our wide range of varying subspecialties within orthopedics.
I would recommend Premier Bone and Joint Centers. The thing that made me feel really comfortable with them was they made it feel like your own family.
I think he'll have no problem performing in the NFL. His rehab and his recovery done very well, and I don't see any restrictions on him whatsoever.
They want the best for you, and they won't steer you wrong.
Let us show you why we're worthy of Wyoming.
Riverton Vision Center offers comprehensive eye health exams, highly trained staff, and a large selection of fashion eyewear and sunglasses. Dr. Frazier, Dr. Hinkle, Dr. Ballard, and Dr. Davis offer over 70 years of experience. Call Riverton Vision Center at 856-9451 to schedule an appointment